Alrighty. Welcome to Sunday Night Football. We have all waited for this moment, and the moment has come. It is time to see Jared Goff and the Detroit Tigers facing off against Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles. It is a very blustery day, as wind gusts, I believe, are up to around 40 miles an hour tonight, but they are expected to die down just a bit, so shouldn't be much of a problem. But we'll see what happens. Could be about a lot of runs, and it could be a lot of turnovers, maybe, if they decide to throw the ball. But anyways, if you're new here, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 1,900 subscribers. Comment down below what you guys want me to do next. I forgot to do one major thing here. We need this guy. So we're just going to get this up on the bottom. Still going to make it as small as I can. We're only a couple minutes away from kickoff, so you guys are not missing anything. My mouse does not want to cooperate tonight. It's going to get a little bit more smaller. Okay, and then we'll move this up. And then I need to edit that, actually. So this will be 1,900. And then, once again, this is the only other game that is on tonight. Ah, dang, I'm not going to get... It's because Shakir and Lamar sucked. Also didn't realize I had Jalen Waddle in there. That's not great. But it is what it is. Once again, we are only about 1 or 2 minutes away from kickoff. They just finished with the national anthem. So we'll get everything situated and shebang. We'll make this smaller. Bingo. Still fits in at the top, bottom right corner. They're talking to Saquon, who was the Offensive Player of the Year last year. Finished 3rd in MVP voting. So, we're just about getting ready to get this show on the road. We will find out who will get the ball here. Still interviewing Saquon. Oh yeah. And then I can close you and keep you up. And then both teams have 3 timeouts. And alright. Good. The Eagles are 7-2. The Lions are 6-3. The Rams are the top of the NFC since they beat Seattle earlier tonight. The Bears are leading the NFC North, and the Buccaneers are holding on for dear life for that NFC South. 45 degrees, winds around 15 miles an hour from the west-northwest, gusts up to around 30. And the field goal attempts were terrible. 53-yarder attempt from Jake Elliott just blew away. It just blew. Whoop! Oh, wait, no, sorry. Whoop! Alright, so the Eagles will get the ball first. Jake Bates will kick it off for the Lions. 55 kickoffs, 6 touchbacks. Will Shipley and Xavier Gibson will be the returners for the Eagles here. So the Eagles will get the ball here. The kickoff is away, and it is at the end zone, and they will take a knee for a touchback. It will be 1st and 10 for the Eagles offense, led by Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Jahan Dotson, Dallas Goedert, Jordan Mailata, Landon Dickerson, Cam Jurgens, Tyler Steen, and Lane Johnson. Cam Jurgens coming off the injury report this week. It will be the Eagles' ball on the 35 on this 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Hurts will be under center here with Barkley around at the 28, so about 7 yards behind Hurts. It's going to be play action. Hurts drops back, looks to his left. Hurts is going to throw this ball, and it is in and out of the hands of Devontae Smith. It is incomplete, and it's going to be 2nd down. He had it in his hands, but just couldn't hold on to that football. Jalen Hurts has 21 total touchdowns and 3 turnovers, tied for 3rd most in the NFL in total touchdowns. He has a 69% completion percentage. Nice. 2nd and 10, Hurts will have Barkley to his left. Hurts will go ahead and snap this ball. He's going to look to the right, look to his left. He's going to throw it, and it's in and out of the hands from Dallas Goedert. So 2 plays and 2 passes that have been in and out of receivers' arms, and it's going to be 3rd down. Kevin Patullo is the offensive coordinator for the Eagles, and Kelvin Shepard is the defensive coordinator for the Lions. Once again, it's going to be 3rd and 10 for the Eagles. Hurts will go ahead and go shotgun. Barkley just a little bit out of Lane Johnson's area. Hurts is going to go ahead and snap it. Here comes a blitz. He's going to look to the left. Hurts is going to throw it. It's caught by A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown holds on. It's going to be a 1st down. 12 yards from A.J. Brown, and it is enough to move the chains. A.J. Brown barely on his knee trying to make that catch. What a way to hold on to that football. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line of the Eagles. Hurts will have Barkley move from his right to his left. Hurts will go ahead and see a potential blitz here. Hurts is going to drop to his right. Excuse me. Now he's going to run to the left. He's going to throw this ball. Caught! It's caught! Saquon Barkley. Oh, they're saying he dropped it. Oh, he's dropped it. There is a flag. Alex Kemp, the referee. It's going to be holding on the offense. And it's going to be 1st and 20. Lane Johnson getting called for holding. He's against Aiden Hutchinson. Let's see the hold here. Yeah, he held his jersey on the right-hand side of the jersey. So it's going to be 1st and 20 for the Eagles, pushing them back to the 37. Once again, a little bit windy here. They could run the ball here. Tank Bigsby is on the field here. But it looks like it will have Tank Bigsby. So Hurts is under center. Tank Bigsby is around 7 yards behind. Motion man is Goddard. They're going to give it to Bigsby here on this first run. And he's going to get about 5. And it's going to be 2nd and 15. So 5 yards ain't bad there. DJ Reader, Tyler Lacey, Alex Anzalone, Jack Campbell, Derek Barnes, Amik Robertson, Brian Branch, Thomas Harper, and Rocky Yassin, the defensive players for the Lions. 2nd and 15 will have Hurts with, I believe, Bigsby behind him once again. They're going to go ahead and pass it quickly to the right, and that is way behind A.J. Brown. I mean, way behind. Like, A.J. Brown was already like 3 yards past that football. So it's going to be 3rd and 15. Lane Johnson not covering Aiden Hutchinson on that play. And that could be a bit of a problem there. Their edge rushers are pretty good. Secondary for the Lions is questionable. It's going to be 3rd and 15. Will Shipley is in for the Eagles, and he will be at Hurts's left. It might be a blitz. He's got to snap it. He drops back to his right. Hurts. He's going to try and get as much time as he can. He's going to go up to the middle. He's going to have about a yard. He avoids the sack. He's going to get about a yard there. So with that, it's going to be 4th and 14, and the Eagles will punt. Hurts avoids getting sacked, so that's good, I guess. But yeah, everyone was covered pretty good. So I don't know if they want to try and use the run more or not. We'll see. Braden Mann will punt this off to Khalif Raymond. 17 returns and a touchdown so far this season for him. Braden Mann's punt is away, and it looks like it's going to be a pretty long punt. Caught at the 15. He's running the wrong way. Breaks a tackle, and he's back down at the 14. So the Lions will have it 1st and 10. And we will go to a commercial break, I believe. 12:16 left in the first quarter. And we are on a commercial break, so you guys are not missing anything at all. Okay, so what else is here? Wow. In the NBA, we have 6 games going on, I believe. One's about to end, which will be the Nets getting their 2nd win of the season over the Washington Wizards, 129-106. The Warriors are up 64-51 against the Pelicans. They're on a 11-4 run, I should say. 10:25 left in the third. The Magic are up 2 to the Rockets, 63-61. The Rockets are on a 12-2 run in the last 3 minutes. There is 6:40 left in the third quarter of that one. The Trailblazers are up 52-47 over the Mavericks. 4.5 minutes left in the first half of that one. The Hawks are up 22-15 over the Suns with 2:48 left in the first. And the Jazz are up 24-22 over the Bulls. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. But as I said, the Nets hold on to beat the Wizards, 129-106. They get their 2nd win of the season, and they are not the bottom of the pecking order anymore. The Spurs beat the Kings 123-110, and the Celtics barely beating the Clippers 121-118. And then the NHL, we have 2 games on right now. We got the Golden Knights and the Wild tied at 2 with 3:28 left in the third period. And the Red Wings and Rangers are tied at 1 with 4:52 left in the second period. One more game for the NHL slate tonight. It is the Islanders taking on the Avalanche at 9 o'clock. But once again, it is 12:10 left in this first quarter. The Lions will take over 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Goff will be under center here on this 1st and 10. Looks like Jahmyr Gibbs is down around the 6-yard line. There is a motion man. It's going to be a play action. Goff is going to get it to Amon-Ra St. Brown. St. Brown will get a gain of 9 there. And it's going to be 2nd and 1. Jameson Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Khalif Raymond, Brock Wright, Taylor Decker, Coyote Awasika, Graham Glasnow, Tate Ratledge and Panay Sewell, along with Jared Goff and Jahmyr Gibbs. Second and 2, they're going to say a gain of 8 there. Jahmyr Gibbs to Goff's right. Motion man looks like to be J-Mo. Goff is going to look to his right. He's going to dump it down to Jahmyr Gibbs. Gibbs is going to get enough for the first down and gets out at the 19. So they will move the chains, and it was a 4-yard gain. Jared Goff has a 74% completion percentage, the highest in the league. 20 touchdowns to 3 interceptions and 248 yards per game. So it's going to be 1st and 10. Goff is going to be alone in the backfield. He's going to drop back. He's going to look to his right, look to his left now. He's going to throw it, but that is intercepted! Cooper DeJean! Cooper DeJean is down at the 11! Cooper DeJean! Second interception of his career! Cooper DeJean! Let's see what happened here. Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis. Looks like it was Jordan Davis tipping that ball. He sacrificed his own hands, and it went right into the hands of Cooper DeJean. First official interception for Cooper DeJean, second overall. The first coming in Super Bowl 59 against the Chiefs. 1st and 10, motion man is A.J. Brown. Saquon is in Hurts' left. There's going to be a quick play action here. Hurts is going to throw it to A.J. Brown, who's going to spin out of tackle, but it goes down regardless. It's going to be a gain of 1, around 1 or 2 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. 81% red zone touchdown percentage for the Eagles offense. It is the highest in the league. 2nd and 8, they will have Saquon behind Hurts. And I believe Hurts is going to have a motion man here. It's going to be Kylan Granson moving from right to left. They're going to give it to Saquon here. Saquon is going to get about, again, 1 or 2 yards. I think they were going to give him 1 there. It's going to be 3rd and 7. So it's going to be 3rd and 7. So far, the ball has gone to Cooper DeJean, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jahmyr Gibbs, A.J. Brown, and I think that's it. And Saquon, really, if you want to count that. And Hurts keeping it by himself for a yard. 3rd and 8 here for the Eagles. Hurts will be alone in the backfield. He's running 5 wide. Hurts with 5 on the play clock. They snap it. He looks to his left. It's going to go out of reach to A.J. Brown. Great defense from the Lions. And I think the Eagles will go for the field goal here. Once again, the winds are howling in Philly. This is no gimme wherever you are. Doesn't matter if you're at the 1-yard line or if you are really at the 35. Because anything past the 35, you're not making a field goal. So once again, it's very windy. It's Jake Elliott on the field for the field goal attempt. 8 for 10 so far. The winds are blowing to his face. It is now blowing away from him. This is a 27-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. Snap is good. Kick is up, and it is good. So the Eagles are the first team to get on the board. It is going to be a field goal. Not the end of the world. But it does mean a 3-0 lead for the Eagles here as they go to commercial break. 9:43 left in the first quarter. The Eagles are up 3-0 thanks to a Cooper DeJean interception. AJ's looking scary. Brother, Cooper DeJean is more scarier than AJ Brown. What do you mean? Listen. How about you don't throw an interception to Cooper DeJean and then... No, I'm kidding. Nope, not saying that. The Golden Knights and Wild actually made it to overtime. That game's still tied at 2. And then the only 3 games that are on for college basketball is Illinois State winning 59-57 over Long Beach State. The number 2 ranked Purdue Boilermakers are up 52-39 over Akron. That game has reached halftime. Say it. Say what? What do I have to say, Dre? What do I have to say? And then number 9 ranked Florida is up 9-2 over Miami. That game just started. There's 16.5 minutes left in the first half. But what am I supposed to say? It's Philly Rob after dark. What do you mean it's PG-13, brother? We're trying to make it as family-friendly as possible. Trying not to get... Well, I'm not monetized. But in the future, I don't want to get demonetized. Tell that to Ben. I don't know, you said, nah, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. Ben might. I don't know. Ask him. Still on a commercial break here. $1,000 Costco non-exclusive membership, huh? Don't know if I really need that. Bro was finna... I was not. I would never. Showing a top box here with Jeffrey Lurie up there. Right above the 101 sign. Jake Elliott will kick this ball off back to the Lions. I believe Khalif Raymond will be the one that will be returning this. And the kick is away. It is going to go straight to Khalif Raymond, who catches it at the 6. To the 10, 15, 20. And down at the 21, tackled by the Eagles. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Lions at the 21. Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, and Jalen Phillips, Zach Bond, as well as Nakobe Dean, and Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, Kalai, thank you for subscribing, Andrew Makumba, and Adoree Jackson leading this Eagles defense. 1st and 10, we'll have Goff under center here. He's going to give it to Gibbs. Gibbs is going to get tackle for a loss of 1. Zach Bond is right there to give the tackle for loss. Throwback to you saying it on the Joel Embiid account? No. Zach Bond just coming out of nowhere. No one was blocking him, I believe. Yeah, no one was blocking him. He was just wide open. Went straight through. So it's going to be 2nd and 11. Goff will have a motion man to be Amon-Ra from the left to the right. Gibbs is to his left. Goff with another motion man. He's going to drop back, looks to his right. Here comes Jalen Phillips! And oh, there's a flag. But Jalen Phillips gets the sack on Jared Goff. We'll see what the penalty is on. It's holding on the Detroit Lions. So this penalty is declined. It's going to be 3rd and 16. See what the holding was on. I think Ratledge is the left guard. No, right guard, excuse me. Yeah, I think that's a little bit of a holding there. I mean, when you tackle him to the ground. So it's going to be 3rd and 16. 3rd and 16. Goff gives to his left once again. They might just give it off to him. Goff's going to look to his right. He's going to throw it down the middle, and it is incomplete. Not enough juice to give that to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the Lions will punt. 8:31 left in this first quarter. The Eagles' defense is currently holding strong. Jack Fox to punt this ball away to, I believe, Xavier Gipson. Fox is standing at the 1-yard line. Gipson has 5 returns for a 13-yard average. The punt is away, and this is a pretty good punt. This is going to be down at the 30-yard line. There is a flag. This might be on the Eagles here. I wouldn't be surprised. So the ball lands at the 30. We'll see what the flag is on. It is holding on Jeremiah Trotter. So the Eagles will start at the 20-yard line. And I believe, if I'm correct, this is the first penalty of the game. But as of right now, the score still stands at 3-0 with the Eagles out in front. We'll still see if the Eagles want to continue what they're doing right now, or if they want to change it up a little bit and just run the ball. But thankfully, I can watch Monday Night Football tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to stream it tomorrow, mainly because I don't know if I have enough time to do it. Let's see. Can't do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. What's on Friday? Sixers play Friday, right? No, they don't. They play Saturday. No, they don't. What? They play Thursday, then they play Sunday? Dang, they play Sunday. Okay. I don't know yet. I don't know when I'm going to stream again. And if I do stream, I might not do a play-by-play, honestly. It could be something else. We'll see. But there's 8:19 left in this first quarter. The Eagles, once again, up in front, 3-0. And then the NBA scores, we only have 5 games left. The Blazers and Mavs are still in halftime. Bang. Warriors are up 75-59 over the Pelicans. There's 5:44 left in the third of that one. The Magic are up 80-73 over the Rockets. 1:37 left in the third of that one as well. The Hawks are up 32-28 over the Suns with 10:21 left in the second, make it 32-29. And the Bulls and Jazz are still tied at 39 with 9 minutes to go in the first half. So, anyways, once again, if you're liking this kind of stuff, drop a like, hit subscribe on one road to 1,900 subscribers. Comment down below what you guys want me to do next. And if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them in the chat. Or if you're watching the replay, go ahead and ask them in the comments below. Eagles will have the ball here on 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Hurts is under center. Goddard is the motion man. They're going to have a pitch off to Saquon Barkley. He's got open running room to the 20, 25, 30. Down at the 34, just shy of the 35. And it is an Eagles. First down. Forgot what way of the field they're going. Shoot. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line. Saquon Barkley showing shades of his former self. Looks like Grant Calcaterra is the motion man from the right to the left. Hurts is under center once again. It's going to be a play action. Hurts is going to look to his left. He's going to dump it down to Dallas Goedert. He's going to get out of bounds there for about a gain of 7. So it's going to be a short 2nd and 3 here for the Eagles. They could hold on to the ball here if they want to. Dallas Goedert had 7 touchdowns, tied for the 3rd most in the NFL, most among tight ends. Tied for most, I should say. But it is 2nd and 4. La-di-da. Hurts is under center once again. Barkley standing around 7 yards behind him. They're going to give him the ball here. Barkley is going to get about half of that yardage. And it's going to be 3rd and 2. About 3rd or 1 or 2 there. Saquon only has 600 rushing yards. Only 4 touchdowns. Averaging 64 yards per game. The lowest since the 2021 season with the Giants. It's going to be 3rd and 1 here. Once again, Hurts is under center. they're going to go and give it to Bergey on a fake fullback dive, and he's going to get a loss of 2. So it's going to be a 4th and short. They're just going to punt this ball away. They're not going to take any chances here. I think this is 4th and 3, unless they gave him forward progress, which would be just a loss of 1. Cam Jurgens, I don't think... No, that's Landon Dickerson, excuse me. And then Mailata, yeah. Not enough blocking. And the Lions knew it was going to be a run. It's going to be 4th and 2. The Eagles will punt this ball away. And it will be Khalif Raymond once again to return this punt from the Eagles. The kick is away. And it's a pretty good punt once again. Caught at the 12. And he didn't call a fair catch. He's going to get tackled immediately by Keely Ringo. Keely Ringo was right there to prevent Khalif Raymond to go anywhere. So the Lions will take over at the 11-yard line when they come back from commercial break because they need the revenue. And we'll see if the Lions go down the field this drive. But yeah. So far, nothing besides the field goal from Jake Elliott. I wonder if I can put... Okay, cool. NBA. But they're not going to pass the ball. So the Lions will once again get the ball back here. A.J. Brown so far, after his recent comments, has 2 receptions for 14 yards. I need about 25 more receptions for 75 yards and 2 touchdowns if I want to win this week. So, yeah, that's not happening. Still on a commercial break. I already gone through all the scores, so we're just going to talk about how the Eagles defense can contribute once again to stopping the Lions here. They could do what they did on that first defensive drive where they intercepted Jared Goff on the second pass of the drive, with Cooper DeJean being right there at the right moment at the right time. It's definitely possible. You never know. But once again, it is very windy out. They might not run this. Well, they might not pass this ball because of the wind. And also, it should have stopped being windy like 7,000 seconds ago. Vic Fangio is the defensive coordinator for the Eagles. Dan Campbell is calling the play calls once again for this Lions offense. Back at the link here, 5:36 left in this first quarter. Once again, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Lions. Jared Goff is under center. Eagles look like they're going to bring a blitz. Motion man is J-Mo. They're going to give it to J-Mo on the jet sweep. And he's going to get about 9 there. So it's going to be 2nd and 1. Clock will still run. 5:23, 5:22, 5:21, 5:20 left in this first quarter. 2nd and 1 for the Lions here. J-Mo going to the outside here. You can see the wind blowing off his sleeve there. Goff is under center once again. Gibbs is about 7 yards back. They're going to go ahead and give it to Gibbs here. Gibbs is going to get the first down and gets down at the 27. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Lions here. Lane Johnson's going to the locker room here. Looks like it's an ankle injury that might have lingered him after suffering it last week against the Packers. Excuse me, that was David Montgomery on that run. 4:30 left in this first quarter. Montgomery stays on the field here on this 1st and 10. Goff is going to get a play action here. Goff is going to look right at Montgomery. He's going to give it to him. And Montgomery has enough for the first down. And they mark him with the first down. So the Lions are quickly moving down the field here. John Morton not calling the plays, I think, in his first season. He was a senior offensive assistant back in the 22 season. But as you can see, Dan Campbell is calling the play calls for this offense. So it's going to be 1st and 10 once again for the Lions here. Looks like Gibbs is back in. Could still be Montgomery. Still Montgomery. Goff is going to look to the right. He's going to throw it down the middle. And it's caught by J-Mo. J-Mo is going to get tackled in Eagles territory. And Adoree Jackson getting there to tackle him. So it's going to be another Lions first down here. The Eagles defense not showing what they did on that first drive with the interception there. Cooper DeJean on the coverage there. It was either one or the other. You had to pick your poison. 1st and 10. Goff will have 3 players form a triangle right around him. He's going to give it to J-Mo once again. It's a fake. It's actually a fake here. No, wait. It's Montgomery. It's like 3 players around each other. It's like so confusing. It was Montgomery to hold on to that football. It is a gain of 2. And it's going to be 2nd and 8. Goff was behind Montgomery, so it was a little bit of a wildcat here. Okay, that's a crazy formation, so don't do it ever again. 2nd and 8 here, 2:38 left in this first quarter. Jalen Hurts talking to the quarterback's coach. Goff will have Montgomery to his right here. Motion man from the right to left. I believe that's Brock Wright. Goff with 3 on the play clock. He's going to drop back, look to his left. Goff, running out of time, runs to right. He's going to drop it, and it's incomplete. Intended for Brock Wright. And it's going to be 3rd down and 8. 2:19 left in this first quarter. The Eagles defense will look to hold their ground. Last week, the Lions scored 44 points, the second most of the season, and getting over 500 total yards. Wow, that's a lot. 3rd and 8, Goff will give it to Montgomery. Montgomery trying to run to the outside, but he is tackled for a gain of 2. And we'll see what the Lions will do on this 4th down attempt. Once again, it is very windy in Philly. You cannot say this is a gimme for a field goal. 1:58 left, 1:57, 1:56, and the clock is stopped because there's an injured Lion. Tate Ratledge, the rookie, is down on the field holding his left knee. So that might not be good for the Lions. So they're gonna cut to a commercial break here. The Lions have a crucial decision to make on this 4th and 6, because if you try to go for the field goal, it's like a 54-yard attempt, and with it being windy, there is no gimme. So I would honestly think that they will just punt this ball back to the Eagles. But we'll see what they do. It's going to be 4th and 6 when we come back. It's 1:56 left in this first quarter. And Lane Johnson also did leave early. I think it is another ankle injury. So we'll see what that is on for Johnson. But as of right now, he is not going to be on the field. He is at the locker room. And if he is out, Fred Johnson will take his place as the right tackle, excuse me. Still would have thought that we should have kept Mekhi Becton, but guess we can't keep everyone. The Warriors and the Pelicans have reached the end of the third quarter, where the Warriors are up 85-71. And the Magic are up 85-79 over the Rockets. 9.5 minutes left in that game. The Bulls have taken a lead over the Jazz. It is 54-46. Less than 5 minutes left in the first half. But if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them in the chat. Or if you are also new here, you can go ahead and subscribe. We're on the road to 1,900 subscribers. And you can also turn on notification bells so you don't miss any of my streams or videos. I do not know when I'm going to be live next, because there is a crucial schedule for Philly sports. So we'll see when I will go live next. So, once again, it's 4th and 6. We are coming back, showing the split screen of Dan Campbell and Nick Sirianni. 4th and 6, do the Lions keep their offense on the field or do they punt? They're going to keep the offense on the field here on this 4th and 6. Amon-Ra is the motion man from the right to left. Looks like Montgomery or Gibbs is to Goff's right. It is Montgomery. 3 on the play clock. I think they're going to jump him offside. Nope, they're going to... Yeah, I think they were just trying to get him offside. So they're going to call a timeout here. They might... Oh, they're going to call a delay of game here? Oh, delay of game. So it's going to be a punt for the Lions here. I mean, it's either that you gone for it or you just see if they jump off sides. The Lions didn't call a timeout. They will punt this ball away back to the Eagles. Xavier Gipson is the return man for the Eagles with Jack Fox punting. It's going to be 4th and 11 here for the Lions. They're going to push them back 5 yards. They're going to be at the 45 of the Eagles when they punt this ball away. 1:27 left in this first quarter. The clock is still running. The punt is away. It's a very shallow punt. It is fair caught at the 15. So the Eagles will take over 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. Once again, Lane Johnson is not on the field. It's going to be Fred Johnson who takes over for right now. They're going over the hectic talk that A.J. Brown had earlier this week with him not getting the ball. So far, only 2 receptions for him. I don't know if I can really blame him for getting a lack of receptions here. Last year, he had 83. Right now, he has 51, the lowest in his career. 1st and 10, Hurts is under center. Barkley down at the 12 there. He's going to get the ball here. He's going to run to the outside, trying to avoid Hutchinson. And they get about 5. So it's going to be 2nd and 5. A lot of weird motions from Hutchinson there. Trying to tackle Barkley there. But he does get the tackle. It's going to be 2nd and 5 at the 20. We'll see if the Eagles will continue to run this ball or if they decide to throw a dump down. A lot of crazy games earlier this week. We'll go over them once we are at halftime. A.J. Brown, once again, 2 receptions for 14 yards. They're going to go ahead and give this to Barkley. Yeah, it's going to be Barkley once again. He's going to get tackled for a loss of 4. So it's going to be 3rd and I'd say about 8 or 9. And it might have been the last play of the first quarter, because there's 20 seconds left in this first quarter. I don't think they're going to call another play. This is the end of the first quarter. So everyone's just going to go back to the sideline here. There's only 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And the end of the first quarter is here. The Eagles have a hectic decision to make here when they come back from the commercial break. It's after the first quarter. It is 3-0 Eagles. This win is hurting them. Well, not just them, but the Lions as well. So we'll see if the Eagles or the Lions will break first. See who scores the first touchdown of the game. It might not come this drive. It might come later in the game. Hopefully not in the fourth quarter, when the game's basically over. But we'll see what happens. It's only the first... Well, it's going to be the second quarter. So we'll see what happens. The Wild beat the Golden Knights in overtime. Final score being 3-2. And the Red Wings and Rangers are still tied at 1 with 18 minutes left in that game. The Islanders and the Avalanche are going to be facing off in just a couple minutes. And then college basketball, we still have 3 games. One of them is about to end. Illinois State is up 76-72. Purdue, wow. They're starting to blow out Akron 68-49 with 13 minutes left in that game. And then Florida is up 22-19 over Miami with 8 minutes to go in that first half. See if there were any blowouts in this slate here. I mean, can you really say that they're a really good team? Manhattanville? Who the hell is Manhattanville? They lost 62-96 to Fordham. So, props to them for showing up, I guess. Houston holds on barely to beat Auburn 73-72. Houston being the number 1 ranked team in college basketball, by the way. Oklahoma State beating Texas A&M CC. I don't know what that is. They lost. Well, yeah, no. Oklahoma State won 69. Excuse me. Wake Forest beat the University of Maine, I guess. Yeah, no, it's UMass Lowell. Excuse me. 109-75. Really, not really any blowouts in college basketball. But once again, it is 3-0. We are coming to the start of the second quarter. They're showing the U.S. Mint. And if you have not followed anything about the currencies, the penny was last made, well, the penny was made in Philly, the last one being made on Wednesday. Hurts on 3rd and 8 will have Barkley to his left. Motion man is Devontae Smith from the left to the right. And Hurts will go ahead and drop back, look to his right. Hurts is going to throw it. It's caught. And this might have been dropped, actually. Yeah, it's going to say it's dropped. So, it's going to be 4th and 8. The Eagles will punt once again deep in their own territory. So, the Lions should get great field position. Braden Mann about to kick this ball off to Khalif Raymond once again. Man standing at the 3-yard line here. He will go ahead and punt this ball away. At the 30, he went out of bounds, but I think they'll land him at the 38. He caught a fair catch. They're going to say it is at the 39 of the Lions. So they're going to get great field position here on this 1st and 10. .30 points per game average so far for the Lions since 2023. 41 total touchdowns for Jahmyr Gibbs before turning 24. He's still got time to break Barry Sanders' record of 47. So once again, it's going to be 1st and 10. Gibbs is in. Goff is going to be under center. Motion man is J-Mo from the left or right. He's going to get the ball here. Gibbs will get the ball. He's going to get about a nice 6 yards here. And it's going to be 2nd and 4. Gibbs has 8 total touchdowns, I should say. Tied for 4th in the NFL, having almost 700 total rushing yards. Gibbs will stay in on the 2nd and 4. He'll be at Goff's right. Once again, J-Mo, the motion man, they're going to give the ball to Gibbs once again. Gibbs will get about 2 or 3. It might be 3. And it's going to be 3rd down and 1. Eagles defense need to hold their ground here if they want the ball back. Reed Blankenship coming from the 2nd level to get Jahmyr Gibbs down. It's going to be 3rd and 1. This will most likely be a run play here. Motion man, and then they're going to give the ball to Gibbs here. Gibbs is stopped He is stopped at the line. Jalen Carter with the tackle. And the Lions have a... Oh, wow, shoot. It's going to be 4th and 1. I don't know what happened there. The Lions will have to go for it, so the Eagles need to hold their ground one more time if they want to get the ball back in Lions territory. Goff under center on this 4th and a very long one. Gibbs is going to get it. He might be short. He might be short. I don't think Gibbs got it. We'll see where they put the ball. He is short. He is short by half a yard, and the Eagles hold their ground. It's a turnover on downs. Moro Ojomo. Where were you when Moro Ojomo stopped Jahmyr Gibbs at the line of scrimmage to give the Eagles the ball back? The 7th rounder from the University of Texas, who is replacing Milton Williams, has made a great play early in this game, and the Eagles will set up shop at the 48 of Detroit. They went to a commercial break, so you guys are not missing anything. I believe they have not gotten off yet. The Islanders and Avalanche have not faced off yet, so that's crazy, because they should have been tipping off by now, I guess. But so far, it's been a pretty defensive game, once again. Both the Lions and the Eagles really holding their ground, preventing anyone from going anywhere. And the lone interception coming from Cooper DeJean. By the way, he's not a safety. I hope you guys know that. But we'll see if the wind stays a factor in this game, because the wind could die down later tonight. We'll just double check here real quick and see how the wind is going to be later on in this game. They're calling for snow later. Let's see. The wind will kind of be a factor still, yeah. Around 10 to 15 miles an hour, maybe with the gusts being 25 to 30. So it will probably stay as a factor tonight. We'll just see how the defense hold on, how the defenses hold on to each other's, I'm gonna rephrase that. How the defense will hold on and hold their ground to prevent the offense from going anywhere. Yeah, I couldn't have said that any worse. Once again, it's going to be 1st and 10. Looks like they're showing high school highlights. Sadly, it's not my team, because why would it be? It's not a Philly organized school. LaSalle being Imhotep. Who the hell is Imhotep? I don't know what they are. 1st and 10 for the Eagles in Lions territory. 13:02 left in the second quarter. We'll go ahead and see Jalen Hurts under center here. Fred Johnson still in. The motion man is Dallas Goedert. He's going to be behind Fred Johnson, looks like. Hurts is going to go ahead and do a play action here. He's going to look to his left. He's going to go for it all! Devontae Smith! Overthrown. Way overthrown. He threw it towards the middle. Smith was all the way to the left. And it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Eagles. They're going to show the replay of Jalen Carter on the 4th down play, I believe. See what happened here with Jalen Carter. He knew what was going to happen. But Moro Ojomo getting right there to prevent Gibbs from going anywhere. 2nd and 10. Hurts is alone in the backfield. Bergey's going to act like a receiver. 6 on the play clock. Hurts will drop back, look to his right. He's going to look to his left. He's going to throw it, and it's going to be underthrown to Dallas Goedert. Guarded by Brian Branch, and it's going to be 3rd and 10. Hurts having only 3 completions out of 10 for 21 yards. So the Eagles' defense held their ground, and so far the offense not making a big move here. 3rd and 10. They're going to have Bergey to Hurts's right. Devontae Smith getting into formation on the outside. Looks like Robertson's going to be covering him. Hurts will drop back, look to his left. He's going to throw it towards Smith, and it's incomplete. No flags, and I believe the Eagles will go ahead and punt once again. So far it's a very defensive game once again, because God forbid we need anything but defensive matchups. But yeah, it was Robertson guarding while covering Devontae Smith. Smith doing a curl route. He held his arm. Don't know if it really meant anything to be called for a flag. It was out of reach of Smith. So once again, Braden Mann will be punting this ball away to Khalif Raymond. Mann standing around the 38-yard line. They're going to go ahead and get this ball out. The ball is punted away. And it is fair caught at the 20-yard line. But there is a flag. And it might be going back, really. Holding face mask, personal foul face mask. See who it's on. It could be on the Eagles here. Jeremiah Trotter getting called for face mask once again. 2 penalties on Jeremiah Trotter. And that helps the Lions going from the 20-yard line to the 35. So the Lions will get the ball back, but the Eagles not doing anything offensively. Once again, they'll have the ball at the 35 of their own side of the field. 12:38 left in the half, so anything can still happen. Showing the Xfinity Mobile Arena in green. The Lions' first half possessions were an interception, a punt, and a turnover on downs. First game without points in the first 4 drives since the 2023 season. 1st and 10 for the Lions. Goff will have, looks like, Gibbs to his right. Motion man is Khalif Raymond, but they're going to give it to Montgomery here. He was the one next to Goff. He gets about 3 or 4. So it's going to be 2nd and 6. Gibbs is going to stay on the sideline. But Montgomery cutting back to the inside to get the extra yardage. They're averaging around 4 yards per play. Eagles averaging 2. 2nd and 6. Goff looks like to be alone in the backfield with, looks like Montgomery to his left. He's going to throw to Brock Wright. Brock Wright's going to be 2 yards short of the first. So it's going to be 3rd down and 2. Eagles will look to hold their ground once again and try and hope for the offense to actually do something for once. 11:40 left in the half. Lions are breaking out a huddle. Looks like Montgomery will be to Goff's left on this 3rd and 2. Goff will have a motion man. Goff's going to look to his left. Goff is going to throw it down the middle, and it's through the hands of Amon-Ra St. Brown, and it is 4th down, and the Lions might have to punt this ball away, and they will. Very, very crazy. I mean, that could have been easily caught by Amon-Ra. He was guarded by DeJean, but it just went through his hands, and I think he overran his route, really. So it's going to be Jack Fox to... Oh, it's a fake! They fought for the fake, and he is stopped! Stewart with the run! It was a fake punt! got enough for even a 2-yard. It's not even close. So instead of punting the football, the Eagles get the ball in Lions territory, all because they went for the fake. Let's see what happened here. They just went for the fake, and I think he only got like half a yard, if that. Great defense from the Eagles, and they recognized it from the start. And Mauro Jomo once again getting the tackle there. And that is the second back-to-back turnover on downs for the Lions in what feels like forever. So, once again, the Eagles get the football in Lions territory. And they're about 5 yards closer than they were on the previous drive. But, they'll cut to commercial break. They're actually showing a Chili's commercial right now. So you guys are not missing anything. If you guys are new here and you're enjoying this, go ahead and like the stream. Go ahead and subscribe. We're on the road to 1,900 subscribers. Comment down below what you guys want me to do next. And if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them in the chat. Or if you're watching the live replay, go ahead and ask them in the comments below. But once again, we're on a commercial break. You guys are not missing anything. Once again, I'll go through all the NFL scores and some stats at around halftime so we can pass the time by. Because really, there's only like 7 games on right now. 5, 6, there's 8 games on. Only 2 more games left in the college basketball slate that is on right now. Purdue is up 87-62 over Akron, and Florida is up 33-25 over Miami. Buy me a Camaro. They're still showing a commercial. They're showing the side-by-side, so they're in a huddle right now. They're going to cut back to the, looks like to be the Delaware here. If not the Schuylkill. I think that's the Schuylkill, so excuse me. Next week, it's going to be the Buccaneers taking on the Rams. The Rams winning by really crazy fashion. Hurts will go ahead and give this to Bergey on this 1st and 10. He's going to run it. He's going to spin off a tackle. He's going to get about 8 yards. What a run from Saquon to avoid gaining around 4 yards. And it's going to be 2nd and 2. So it's going to be 2nd and 2 for the Eagles here. 7 rushes for 25 yards for Saquon so far. Bergey will go ahead and be on Hurts' left. He's going to get the ball here once again. And he's got enough for the 1st down. Saquon Bergey gets 3. And they move the chains. It is an Eagles 1st down. So the Eagles will go back to the huddle here on 1st and 10. They are at the Lions 32 here. Bergey will be at Hurts' left here on this 1st and 10. Motion man is a Devontae Smith here. Smith is going to go and not get the ball here. Hurts is going to look to his left. It's going to be over the hands and almost intercepted if the safety just reacted to that football. No, I'm not doing that, no. It was intended for A.J. Brown, but that ball was overthrown and it went very high. Bergey having his 5th largest decrease in the NFL history, averaging 64 yards this year, averaging 125 last year. 2nd and 10, Bergey will be at Hurts' right. Hurts will go ahead and have a motion man once again. It's Devontae Smith. Hurts will go ahead and fake it. He's going to give it to A.J. Brown here, who gets immediately tackled. And that went nowhere. It's going to be 3rd and 11. So not a great play from the Eagles there. Amik Robertson right there to stop what they were doing. Fred Johnson just couldn't get there in time. So once again, it's going to be 3rd and 11. They're going to give him a -1 there due to forward progress. Hurts is alone in shotgun here. 5 on the play clock. He's going to go ahead and keep it himself. He's going to run up the middle. Hurts is going to get tagged. He's going to stay up. He never went down. He's going to get down at the 16. Is that enough for the first down? It is. 17 yards. And the Eagles get a first down. Jalen Hurts pulling off some magic wizardry here. He never went down. Stays on his... Oh, no, he's down. He is down. And the Lions are going to challenge this. It's going to be replay assist here to help the refs. It's not a Lions challenge, but it is still a first down for the Eagles. It's not what they wanted because it was like maybe a 5-yard loss from Hurts. It is now a gain of 12 on that run, but still, he almost pulled off what could have been an extra 5 yards there. But Hurts has almost 250 rushing yards, 5 rushing touchdowns, and a career low average of 3.8. But the Eagles will be at the 21 here on this 1st and 10. Bergey will be at Hurts' left. They're going to give it to Bergey here on this 1st and 10. He's going to run up the middle, and he's going to be down for a gain of 2. So it's going to be 2nd and 8. 8:03, 8:02, 8:01, 8 minutes left in this half. Eagles looking to get the first touchdown of this game here. We'll see if they do it on this drive. 2nd and 7. They're going to say he gained 3 there. Hurts will have Bergey to his right. Motion man is Devontae Smith. He's going to be to the left of Hurts. They're going to fake it. He's going to dump it down to Bergey. He's going to get spun down for a big loss. I think that was a loss of about 5 there. Oh, they're going to say he's a loss of... Oh, yeah, that was a major loss. Yeah, no. So it's going to be 3rd and forever, really. 3rd and 15 here. Alex Anzalone there to tackle Bergey there, and it's going to be 3rd and 15. Bergey just couldn't spin off Anzalone's tackle there. So once again, the Eagles only averaging 2.3 yards per play. The Lions averaging 3.4. It's going to be 3rd and 15 here. Hurts will have Bergey to his right. They might just go closer. No, they're just going to go for it all, I guess. It is caught by A.J. Brown. He's going to be short down at the 15. So it is going to be 4th down and 5. I would just think they're just going to bring in the field goal unit here. It is a gain of 10 for A.J. Brown. 6.5 minutes left in this half. They're going to keep the offense on the field. It's 4th and 5. Bergey will be... Oh, that's Will Shipley that's in, not Bergey. He's going to be at the right of... Oh, sorry, not the left that hurts. They're going for it on 4th and 5. Unless they're going to try and get him off sides. This is a big blitz here. 3 on the play clock. They Eagles call a timeout. Yeah, no, they were not going to go for it whatsoever unless they got him off sides. So it's going to be the first timeout for the Eagles. And first one all together. 6:05 left in this half. They're showing Bradley Cooper with his girl, Gigi Hadid. Showing Mike Trout now, the Angels right fielder. Local music artist and singer, Pink, in the box seats. And even Pete Davidson made it to the game. I don't know why he's here. I don't think he's an Eagles fan. I could be wrong, but who knows. Jake Elliott will go ahead and kick a field goal here. He's 1 for 1 already, kicking a 27-yard field goal. This one's about a 34-yard field goal, so about a 7-yard difference. This time it's still on the left hash. The wind is still howling from the left to the right. So the snap is good, the kick is up, and it is money. Eagles are up 6-0 thanks to 2 Jake Elliott field goals. And with that, it is 6-0 Eagles. They will cut to a commercial break, so you guys are not going to miss anything, I hope. We are at 4 penalties now. Excuse me, I need to edit my penalty counter. Bam. But once again, there is 6:02 left in this half. The Islanders and Avalanche have gotten underway, and the Islanders are up 1-0. There's 12 minutes left in the first period. The Red Wings broke the tie against the Rangers. They're up 2-1 against them with 3 minutes left in the game. And then the 2 games in college basketball are still happening. The one game has reached halftime. The other one's about to end, really. The Magic and the Rockets are tied at 100. There is 21 seconds left in the game. They might go to overtime. The Warriors hold on to beat the Pelicans 124-106. The Blazers are up 91-85 over the Mavericks. There's 11:18 left in the game there. Excuse me. The Suns are up 58-57 over the Hawks. That is in halftime. And the Bulls are still up 76-64 over the Jazz. 9:16 left in the third. But once again, there could be snow coming around the area. If not, then a little bit just above. And the wind will stay a factor for the majority, if not the whole entire game. As so far there's been no touchdowns and 2 field goals, both of them coming from Jake Elliott. And you know what? Make this as long as possible. There we go. Turn caps lock off. Once again, the Lions will get the ball here once they come back. They're showing the Suns and Trailblazers promo for Tuesday. For Coast to Coast Tuesday. And they're showing this from like months ago with the Saquon and Cooper DeJean alley-oop. This was like back in September. But once again, Jake Elliott will kick this ball away to Khalif Raymond here. They're going to have Braden Mann hold on the ball here due to it being windy. So, it's going to act like a field goal here, but with no field goal posts. The kick is away. Khalif Raymond will go ahead and get this ball at the 5. To the 10, the 15, 20. Tries to get to the 25. He does. He gets down at the 26. So, great kick once again from Jake Elliott. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Lions, who will look to answer the field goal. Vic Fangio, since joining the team last year, through week 10 of last year, they had the 4th best points allowed per game. Adding in Zach Bond, Jalen Hunt, Jalen Phillips this year. Quinton Mitchell, Jahad Campbell, and obviously Cooper DeJean. 1st and 10, Goff is under center. Khalif Raymond is the motion man. They're going to give it to a fake here. It's going to be, I'm guessing that was deflected because that was very, 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 very underthrown. Intended for Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think that ball was deflected. And it's going to be 2nd and 10. It was a play action, and I'm guessing the ball was deflected by either Byron Young or Jalen Phillips. So that's great. Jalen Phillips right now has only 1 pressure and 1 sack. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Goff will be under center once again. Very, very many plays under center here for the Lions. This is going to go to a play action once again. Goff is going to throw this time, and it's caught by Amon-Ra St. Brown to the 40, and he's going to get out of bounds. And it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Lions in Eagles territory. 34 yards for Amon-Ra St. Brown. This time, it was not deflected. Motion from the right to the left. Well, kind of to the left. He really just got open. No one was there to cover him. Reed Blankenship wasn't there. Cooper DeJean was not there. And even Adoree Jackson was not even there because I don't think he was on the field. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line of the Eagles. Once again, Goff is under center. Amon-Ra's the motion man from the left to the right. They're going to do another fake here. It's going to be down the middle, and it's going to be caught by J-Mo. And J-Mo is gone. Touchdown, Lions. J-Mo just put on the Jets, and they only scored in 2 plays. But there is a flag. There is a flag. This could be coming back, but I highly doubt it. J-Mo just left wide open. Adoree Jackson trying to catch up, but he just can't because he's very, very slow. He did the AV where he just jumped onto the field goal post. Okay. Where the mat is on the middle of the field goal. Yeah, he's going to get unsportsmanlike conduct there. It's going to be a 15-yard loss. We'll see if they take away the touchdown. They're not going to take away the touchdown. The penalty is accepted. This could cost the Lions a lead here. They're going to push the extra point way back. So it's going to be the 5th penalty of the game. And this is going to be a very long field extra point here. This is going to be a 48-yard extra point, I believe. From the left hash. Jake Bates. Too close. Not kidding. It was wide right. That game is not anywhere near. That was not even close whatsoever. The game is tied at 6. 5:05 left in the half. The Lions scored in 3 plays and 74 yards. That ball just got carried by the wind. Yeah. You can see the wind blowing, and I don't think Jake Bates core lined with the kick there. The football just went into the seats. I should just say that at least. So I think the Eagles made the right call by making them kick the ball from the 40, well, for a 48-yard extra point. So far the game is tied. The wind is still blowing very, very heavily. Hey, Foo Fighters, they're gonna be at the link. I don't know if I don't want to. I don't know. I don't listen to Foo Fighters that much. Either way, the Eagles will get the ball back after allowing J-Mo to score with ease. I believe that will be Will Shipley in the backfield with Xavier Gipson to look to return this ball. We'll see if the ball stays on the tee here. They're going to have Jack Fox hold on to the ball. So, once again, they're going to follow the Eagles' footsteps here. They know the wind is howling. They're not going to take any risks. Jake Bates' kick is away, and Gibson will get the ball here at the 14 to the 20, 30 to the 35, and down at the 36. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the 36-yard line, and they will look to answer the touchdown from the Lions. So far, only scoring 2 field goals. I mean, they could pull off the Steelers and only score field goals. It's already happened multiple times. Like the Steelers. And they almost tried to do it again. I think this was last year, by the way, too. I think they did that last year multiple times. But it's going to be 5 minutes on the clock here in the second quarter. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. Hurts will go ahead and be under center, it looks like. Nope, he's not going to be under center. He's going to be shotgun. Motion man is Sparkley here. Hurts is going to look to the right. He's going to throw it that way. It's caught by A.J. Brown. He's going to be a yard short, it looks like. Covered by Amik Robertson. Gain of 9 there. It's going to be a 2nd and 1. So it's going to be 2nd and 1 here. 8 targets for A.J. Brown so far this game. 5 receptions for 32 yards. Looks like Bergey will be at Hurts' left on this 2nd and 1. Hurts is going to do a play action here. Hurts is going to look to his left. He's going to get it. It's going to be a 1st down. It's Kylan Granson, the 3rd string tight end, makes the play, and it is 1st down. Granson getting the football here, joining the Eagles this offseason, gives the Eagles their fifth 1st down of the game. I don't know what I'm talking about. Bergey gets the ball here. He's going to run up the middle for about 4 or 5 yards there. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Looking to keep going down the field here. Once again, Lane Johnson is still not in. He might be out for the game. Fred Johnson trying to do his best, but he's doing really good so far, really. 2nd and 5 for the Eagles. Looks like Bergey is still in at Hurts' left. They're going to have Hurts drop back, look to his right. He's going to throw it. It is caught. 1st down. Jahan Dotson. They move the chains once again. It is not 3rd down. It is 1st and 10 in the Troy territory. Hurts, after starting 3 for 10, is now 8 for 17 for 52 yards. 1st and 10. Bergey once again will get the ball here. He muffs it. He fumbles it. He was able to recover it. It's going to be a loss of 2. So it's going to be 2nd and 12. Or 13, excuse me. Bergey just couldn't hold on to the ball. He just knocks it out of Hurts' hands. Luckily, none of the lines were there in time to get the ball. So, major play there to avoid losing the ball there. It's going to be 2nd and 13 for the Eagles. Bergey's on the sideline, so this is going to be Tank Bigsby. He's going to get the handoff here. He's going to run to the outside. Tank Bigsby! 1st down and more! Down at the 22, and somebody lost the helmet for the Lions. It's Amik Robertson losing his helmet, but Tank Bigsby is running like a tank. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The Eagles will get a 1st down at the 23 of Detroit. Let's see. We'll go Goddard here for a reception. 17 yards from Tank Bigsby. He is a tank, and he is big enough to not get tackled. Once again, we have reached a 2-minute warning. Eagles looking to respond. The Lions touchdown. The score stays the same for right now. It is 6-6. If you are new here and you're enjoying this content, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 1,900 subscribers. Comment down below what you guys want me to do next. I have no idea what I'm going to be streaming after tonight because of work constraints. And very limited Sixers scheduling will make it very harder. But once again, Eagles at the 23-yard line will get the chance to score when they come back from commercial break. It is the 2-minute warning. I mean, wow, what a emotional roller coaster this has been so far. You got to worry about the win. You give it off to Bergey. He loses the ball. He recovers the ball. And then Tank Bigsby on the next play just comes out of nowhere, runs like a tank, gets the 1st down, moves the chains, and we have a chance to score a touchdown here. Thursday Night Football will have the Bills and the Texans. I believe it is the Bills away, yeah. It's the Bills and the Texans on Thursday. Could be a good game, really. The Bills narrowly holding on to beat the Bucks. And the Texans winning on a game-winning field goal. So, we'll see how that game goes. Next Sunday night, I believe I said, was the Buccaneers and the Rams. Monday Night Football will have the Cowboys and the Raiders. And the next Monday night we'll have the Panthers and the Niners. So, not really great Monday night games so far, really. In this little stretch here, I should say. But still in a commercial break here. It looks like we might be coming out of it here. We are. They're talking about what's coming up on halftime. Which will not consist of me showing you the content because I will be copyright taken. I'll be taken out due to copyright strikes. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. I believe Bergey or Bigsby's to his right. It's Bigsby. Hurts will have a motion man, and they're going to give it to Bigsby here. Bigsby, run like a tank! He gets about 4. Oh, wait, no. What am I talking about? He got 7. Why did I think he got 5? What is wrong with me? He got 7 there. Barkley's going to come back in for Bigsby. Bigsby having 3 carries for 29 yards. So, great average from him so far, but it's only 3 carries. So, we'll see what the Eagles will do here on this 2nd and 3. 90 seconds left in the half. It looks like Barkley will be behind Hurts. Hurts will be under center. 1:20 left in this half. Looks like Goddard's trying to get into position here. Fake it to Barkley. Hurts is going to throw it to A.J. Brown. It is caught. And A.J. Brown will be down at the 5. 1st and goal for the Eagles. This time not covering by Amik Robertson. Hurts getting that ball off just in time to avoid getting sacked. 1st and goal. First red zone opportunity they had since the interception from Cooper DeJean. 40 seconds left in this half. Hurts with Barkley to his right. He's going to snap it. Give it to Barkley. Barkley! He's in! He's in! Touchdown Eagles! Saquon Barkley! 5-yard touchdown run. 9 plays, 64 yards, taking up 4.5 minutes. Was he down before getting in? It's close. He might be half a yard short. We'll see what it is. He could be half a yard short. He is short, maybe? He could be short. I don't know. This is close. It's either he is in or he's down by like an inch. Literally, that's how close it is. Yeah, he's like half a yard short. Unless they're going to say the elbow was breaking the plane, but I don't know. This might be a down at the half-yard line. This might be a tush-push opportunity. They're cutting to a commercial break, which is stupid because why wouldn't you just show the process of them reviewing the play? It's either he broke the plane because of his elbow or he's half a yard short. If he's a half a yard short, the Eagles are most definitely going for a tush push. And if you know how that goes at the goal line, I mean, if you didn't watch the Commanders-Eagles game, the championship game last year, then you're missing out. Because who couldn't forget Frankie Louvu jumping off sides 3 times in a row? I think it was 3 times in a row. But either way, this is a really close one. So they're going to review this. This might not be a touchdown. So they're going to say he's going to be down at around the half-yard line. It's either the half-yard line or the 1-yard line. So we'll see where they put the ball. This is going to be a tush-push opportunity here for the Eagles here. And we'll see if they will score. But so far, they're going to say Barkley was short by about half a yard. Harper was there to make the tackle, and it's not Bryce Harper, thankfully. But we are still on a commercial break. We'll see what they will put the ball at once they're back from commercial break. There will be 35 seconds left in this game, I think. I'm not sure. But very, very close from Saquon to scoring that touchdown there. The Magic and Rockets did go to overtime. The Rockets are winning 109-108. They did say he is short. I think they're going to put him at the half-yard line. This ball will be like maybe half a millimeter away from getting into the end zone. And I think you know what time it is. Everybody stand up. It is time for the tush push. Jalen Hurts is in, no doubt about that one. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts gets the touchdown for the Eagles, and the Eagles take the lead. It is 12-6. We'll see if they will go for 2 here. But as of right now, the Eagles are up 6. I mean, they weren't even close. He was in way definitely. This play is definitely not getting banned next year. They're going to go for the extra point here. Jake Elliott looking to give the Eagles a 7-point lead before going to half. Elliott's kick is up and good. And with that, the Eagles are up 13-6. 16 seconds left in this half. We will see what the Lions will do. They might just kneel this ball out to go to halftime. But they do have 3 timeouts, so they could go down the field if they want. So we'll see what they do. They will get the ball with 16 seconds. They will have all 3 timeouts. And they can have a chance to tie this game up before going to halftime. I just opened up my calculator, so that's great. They shot off the fireworks. The smoke is blowing into the stadium and out. Great. So Jake Elliott is probably going to get a hand from Braden Mann on the kickoff attempt. If not, then he's not going to get one here, I think. He isn't. Alright. So Jake Elliott will kick this ball away. And this is going to go all the way past the end zone for a touchback. So Jake Elliott gives the Lions 16 seconds and 3 timeouts to try and tie this game up. Unless they want to take a knee here and go straight to halftime, which would probably be stupid, but I'm not really going for the Lions' offensive coordinator job. But once again, 16 seconds, 3 timeouts. They could make something happen here, but it looks like they're going to go take a knee. Jared Goff takes a knee. We're going to halftime. Detroit will get the second half kickoff here. So we will go straight to halftime, where the Eagles score before the end of the half and take a 13-7 lead against the Lions, not the Tigers. Wrong sport. But so far, very, very defensive games so far. And we actually had points before the third quarter and a touchdown before the fourth quarter. It's a miracle. It's a Christmas miracle. We actually scored points. Once again, the Lions will receive the second half kickoff once they come back from halftime. So with that, we're going to go ahead and talk about the NFL scores. Whoop-de-doo. By the way, if you're also new here and you have not subscribed yet or liked the stream, go ahead and like the stream, subscribe. We're on the road to 1,900 subscribers. Comment down below what you guys want me to do next. And also turn on that notification bell so you don't miss... Well, I think I already said that, but who knows. It's better to say it twice than just once. Just turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos and streams. Earlier today, the Dolphins beat the Commanders 16-13 in overtime. Wow. Commanders really do suck. Especially Marcus Mariota, the former Eagle, getting intercepted there in overtime. The Texans beat the Titans with a game-winning field goal. They won 16-13. Titans are now 1-9, so they are up there for one of the worst teams in the NFL, along with the Jets. The Packers beat the Giants barely, 27-20. Jordan Love having 174 passing yards with two touchdowns, Malik Willis also came in for some point, and he got a passing touchdown as well, it looks like. Could be wrong. The Bears barely beat the Vikings. They won on a Cairo Santos field goal. They won 19-17. The Jaguars blew out the Chargers 35-6. Herbert only having 81 total passing yards for one interception. Trey Lance was also in as well. So it looks like it was a not great of a day for the Chargers offense. Jacksonville had Trevor Lawrence going for 14 for 22 with 153 yards and a touchdown and an interception. And then defensively, who got the interception? It was Antonio Johnson with the interception from Herbert. Once again, the Bills barely beating the Buccaneers 44-32. It was closer. Don't worry about that. The Panthers beat the Falcons in overtime thanks to a Rico Dowdle run and most notably a Tommy Tremble 54-yard reception to set up the game-winning field goal from Ryan Fitzgerald. So the Panthers may be getting in consideration for the NFC South. They are 6-5. They are tied. Well, they're probably like half a game behind the Buccaneers for the division right now. The Rams beat the Seahawks 21-19 thanks to JSN not doing absolutely anything offensively. No, I'm kidding. He had 116 total yards and no touchdowns. But it was Jason Myers missing the game-winning 61-yard field goal by going wide right. I believe it was wide right. The Cardinals get absolutely destroyed by the Niners. 41-22 was the final score. Brock Purdy only had 200 passing yards, for 3 touchdowns. While the Cardinals had Jacoby Brissett going for 452 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, and they still lost. Michael Wilson having 185 total yards, receiving, no touchdowns. Trey McBride had 115 yards and a touchdown. Greg Dortch having a touchdown of his own, only having 6 receptions for 66 yards. And they did lose Amari DiMercato as well. I don't know if he returned or not. He probably didn't. No, he didn't. Okay. Yeah, that was... From what I heard, it was a bad injury. So, it took out him and another player from the Niners. I forget his name. The Broncos walking off and beat the Chiefs 22-19 thanks to Will Lutz missing a 35 game... Will Lutz making a 35-yard game-winning field goal. He didn't miss it because why would he? The Ravens hold on to beat the Browns somehow, some way. Lamar Jackson was terrible. He threw 2 interceptions, having almost 200 total yards. Well, passing yards, he had 200 total. He had 193 passing yards, 10 rushing yards, but he was sacked 5 times. So that was not great. The Browns had Dylan Gabriel until they put in Shedeur Sanders, thanks to Gabriel having a concussion. Well, he was in concussion protocol, I should say, not thanks to. But Myles Garrett had 4 sacks, and Mike Hall had a sack, and they still lost. I don't think Myles Garrett wants to be on the Browns anymore. And then the Steelers crushed the Bengals 34-12. That's right, 34-12. The current AFC playoff picture is the Broncos at the 1 seed, the Patriots at the 2 seed, the Colts and the Steelers, followed by the Bills, Chargers, and Jaguars. The Texans are the first team out, and the Chiefs are below them. Aaron Rodgers did get injured in this Steelers game. He had a injured left wrist, and Mason Rudolph came in to finish that game. But the defense held their ground. Kenneth Gainwell had a great game. He had 2 receiving touchdowns. I had him on my bench, so that's not great. But I had Kareem Hunt, so I think we're good. And I have Saquon, so I guess he's done good. No, he's not. DK Metcalf had 5 receptions for 49 yards. I had him on my bench as well. Yeah. They had 30 minutes of possession compared to the Bengals' 29 minutes and 55 seconds. So it was about fairly split down the middle. It's just that the Steelers just played better football than the Bengals. And then right now the Eagles are beating Lions. So looking at the standings right now, it is the... Well, we already looked at the NFC. The NFC will have the Rams as the 1 seed. If the Eagles hold on to win, they would be tied with the Rams. I think they would have the 1. They will have the 1 seed. If the Eagles beat the Lions and they hold on to their lead, the Eagles will have the 1 seed because they beat the Rams earlier this season. They are 5-0 in their last 5. The Eagles are 3-2 in their last 5. Madden cast for the Bengals and Ravens. Okay, now they're showing the replay of JMO just scoring. Alright, the Bears are somehow winning the NFC North right now. They're 7-3. The Buccaneers, as I said, are 6-4. The Seahawks are 7-3. They're the first wild card team right now. Why is this sped up? What the hell? They're showing Josh Allen having a game, and all this is sped up. This is like 150 times the regular speed. The Lions are right now the 6th seed. They are 6-3. And the Packers are just holding on to that 7th seed. They're 6-3-1. They're half a game ahead of the Niners, who are 7-4. Thanks to that tie that they had earlier in the season from the Cowboys. The worst team is the Titans at 1-9. They are the only team with 1 win because the Jets won 2 games and the Browns have 2 games. And the Raiders have won 2 games, even though they should have probably only won 1. And I forgot my mouse is on the floor. So right now, the NFC South is, I believe, a half game out. With the Panthers being 6-5, they played an extra game, and the Buccaneers only playing 1 less game. I think the Panthers are only 1 game out. Well, half a game out, I should say. But it is Week 11. We'll see how everyone does after. I would think the first team to be eliminated would be the Titans. I think they could be eliminated by next week, really. Because if they lose, who do they play next week? Who do the Titans play next week? They are playing the Seahawks, which would be an easy loss. They would be the first team to get eliminated this season. So we'll see how that goes. But once again, it is the Broncos above the Patriots in the 1 seed. Then the Patriots at the 2 seed. The Colts and then the Steelers at the 3 and 4 seed. Followed by the Bills, who are the first team in the wild card. Then the Chargers. And then the Jaguars at the 7th seed. Jaguars beating the Chargers. So They played one last game, actually. That's why they're only the 7th seed. The Texans, as I said, are the first team out at 5-5, followed by the Chiefs and the Ravens. They're all 5-5. The Dolphins are the only team at 4-7. I don't think they'll make the playoffs this year, mainly because of Tyreek Hill and Tua's incapability of being good. So after that, it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals, who lowered their chances to make the playoffs here. They're at 3-7. Then the Raiders, as I said, they're 2-7. The Jets are 2-8. So are the Browns, and then the Titans are just 1-9. They somehow got a win, so that was thanks to the Cardinals. But I honestly think the Titans will get eliminated by next week. Because if they go 1-10, it's going to be a tough road to get 7-10. So if the Jaguars win next week, who do they play next week? They play the Cardinals. They can definitely win that. The Titans will be the first team to get eliminated. We're just about ready to come back for the second half here. So talking about Titans football in the playoff picture really flew the time by. But once again, the Eagles will be kicking the ball off to the Lions here. They are up 13-6, and the defense will look to hold their ground once again against this Lions offense, like they have done multiple times already, including the interception from DeJean and the fake punt stop from the Eagles. So once again, it will be the Eagles kicking it off. They're going to show the first half stats here. 13-6, Eagles ahead of the Lions. Hurts is 9 for 18, 63 yards and 14 rushing yards. Goff has 16 straight regular season games with a touchdown pass. He's also the one with an interception. A.J. Brown has 6 receptions for 43 yards, tied for the most in first half in his career with receptions. The Lions defense has a 5% pressure rate, the lowest since 2022 in the league. Hutchinson having 1 pressure on 19 pass rushes and no sacks. So Jake Elliott will go ahead and kick this ball away. He is going to give it to probably Khalif Raymond if it is going to stay on the field here. The kick is away, going to the left, and it is going to be caught at the end zone, and it will be actually it bounces to the end zone. It's going to be a touchback. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Lions. Sirianni talking about the first half they had. 6 first half points allowed over the last 2 games. 6 points only coming from the Lions. So the Lions will have it 1st and 10 at the 35. It's going to be Jared Goff and Jahmyr Gibbs. Goff will have Gibbs to his left. Lane Johnson is out due to the foot injury. It's going to be a dump down to Jahmyr Gibbs. He's got open running room. It's going to be 1st down and more. He gets out of bounds, thankfully. And it's going to stay 1st and 10 for the Lions. 17 yards from Jahmyr Gibbs. But once again, Lane Johnson is out thanks to a foot injury. So it might be a linger from last week when he left due to that foot injury. So it's going to be 1st and 10 once again for the Lions in Eagles territory. Gibbs is still on the field. Goff is under center. They're not going to give it to nobody. It's a fake. They're going to give it to Gibbs once again. Gibbs is going to get the 1st down once again. Gain of 11. Eagles defense looking a little rusty here to start this half. If you want to stop the Lions, once again, you need to hold their ground. You need to hold your ground, defense. 1 minute has gone by and you allowed 28 yards. It's going to be 1st and 10, excuse me. Gibbs is still with Goff to his right. Goff having 142 passing yards to Hurts' 63. Right is the motion man. They're going to give it to Gibbs once again. And this time he gets about 1. So 1 yard there, and it's going to be 2nd and 9. The run defense is holding their ground. The defense, passing-wise, it's iffy. It's iffy, really. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 for the Lions here. You would think they might give it back to Jahmyr Gibbs if they want to, but the defense needs to hold the ground. They took Jordan Davis out to the sideline. Goff will have Gibbs to his left, it looks like. Brock Wright is the motion man from the left to right. Goff is going to look that way. He's going to get it to right. Wright is going to get down for about a gain of 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and 5. Eagles defense looking to hold their ground once again. Prevent the Lions from getting the first down here. It is 3rd and 5. Jahmyr Gibbs to Goff's left. David Montgomery to his right. You have Sonic and Knuckles right next to each other. Goff looking to the left. Goff is going to throw it that way. It is incomplete. Intended for Monroe St. Brown. 6th target for Monroe. And this one was a little bit out of his reach. It is 4th and 5. And they could go for it if they want to. Because going for the field goal once again at the 32 is no gimme. Goff was hit in the last second by Nakobe Dean, but the throw was off just in time, but it was definitely under pressure. The Lions are going for it. You need to hold your ground. They're 0 for 2 already. J-Mo is the motion man from the right to the left. Montgomery is to Goff's right. He's going to drop back. Look to the left. Goff is going to throw. It is incomplete. Incomplete. Turnover on downs. Intended for Jameson Williams. And with that, the Eagles get the ball back once again. That ball just hit off Williams' knee. His right knee, I believe, hit the ball out of his reach. And once again, the Eagles will get the ball at the 32, thanks to a 3rd turnover on downs. So, with that, we're going to go ahead and look at the NBA scores. The Rockets beat the Magic 117 to 113. The Mavericks are up 122 to 120. That game is in overtime. 4:13 left in that one. The Suns are up 107-94 over the Hawks. 6:52 left in that game. And the Jazz have retaken the lead. And now they're tied. It is a 10-6 run for the Jazz in the last 2 and so minutes. It is a 104-104 game. This game could go to overtime if it wants to. There's 8:20 left in that game. So anything could happen. The Red Wings hold on to beat the Islanders 2-1. And the Islanders are still up 1-0 with 18 minutes left in the second period. Purdue crushes Akron 97-79. And the Florida Gators are up 55-47 over the Miami Hurricanes. Make that 56-47 over the Miami Hurricanes. But once again, the wind is still howling in the Philadelphia area because it's still blowing up in our area. Yeah. It has definitely gotten cooler since the wind has taken over. They did talk about some snow. I don't think it will be true to that statement. Don't think it will really snow in Philly. It might be just above the area. I might experience the snow. If not, it might just scatter its way down to Philly, but it's definitely going to be way after the game. Some nice lake effect snow coming our way. We'll see if a clipper gets towards us or not. We'll see. But once again, there is 12:15 left in this third quarter. 12:14 left in this third quarter. We're going to have Hurts with Bergey to his left. Looks like Goddard is the motion man from the right to the left. Once again, the motion man for Kyron Granson. Bergey's going to get the ball here. He gets about 4. So it's going to be 2nd and 6 here for the Eagles, who will look to add on to their lead. 12 minutes left to go in this third quarter, and they're up by 7. 2nd and 6. Hurts will have Bergey once again to his left. Goddard and Calcaterra lining up right next to Jordan Mailata. Hurts will go ahead and snap it. He gives it to Bergey once again. Running up the middle is Bergey. Bergey forward momentum, and he will get down just a yard short of the first down marker. So it's going to be 3rd and 1 here. Would you go tush push here if you are Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni? It is definitely a possibility, but will they do it? They are going for the tush push. The second tush push of the night. Will it be enough for the first down? He jumped off sides! There's a flag. It's an automatic Eagles first down. No tush push. Offsides. Or is it a false start on the Eagles? It's a false start on the Eagles. So there will be no tush push regardless. But this time, it will not cost the Lions. It will cost the Eagles. We'll see what happened here. Eagles just batting the hand of DJ Reader? What are you doing, Tyler? So that's going to be the 6th penalty of the game thanks to stupidity. And it's going to be 3rd and 6, really. Oh, that's not Reader, that's the other guy. But still, why would you do that? Are you stupid? So it's going to be 3rd and 5. It's going to be Granson, the motion man. Hurts will go ahead and drop back, look to the right. He's going to look to the left now. He's running out of time. He's got to throw this ball. And it is incomplete. Through the hands of Kyron Granson, the intended receiver. Instead of having a first down, thanks to the tush push, they will have to punt. So thank you, Tyler Steen, for being absolutely something. I can't really say it, because there's not enough words in the English dictionary on what stupid of a thing you've done. Why would you play with the dudes? Oh my god. Why would you try and bat him down with the... Oh my god. I don't know. Brandon Mann's going to punt this ball away. It's going to go to a... Okay, just don't punt it. It's going to be another flag here. I don't think they even realized that the clock was running down. I don't think Brandon Mann knew that the clock was running down. So delay of game. It's going to be 4th and 10. They're still going to punt regardless. So once again, they're going to punt. Brandon Mann will punt this ball away to, I believe, Khalif Raymond here once again, because why not? And this time the punt is away. Pretty high punt. And it's going to be fair caught at the 27. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Lions. This time at the 27-yard line, or 28. But the Lions defense is doing really great so far. But the Eagles defense really holding their ground too. Yeah, you can really get the first down. You can really get 39 rushing yards. But once again, the score is going to stay 13-6. There has been 7 penalties this game. And one of them was thanks to stupidity, and one of them is thanks to a probably forgotten that the play clock was running down to 0. Which happens, really happens, really. Not his fault. I don't think he just realized. It happens. So, once again, you're watching the great Eagles and the Lions gameplay, live play-by-play and gameplay. Reaction, really, not gameplay. But reaction. This thing moves slower than a normal news ticker, so please wait your turn. The Sixers will play against the Clippers tomorrow at 7. I will not be available then because of work constraints. It's going to be Veterans Honor Night, I believe, in Xfinity Mobile Arena. So, props to them. But also, if you're new here, go ahead and like and subscribe. You'll see on the bottom ticker here, right below the push counter, it says like and subscribe. We're on the road to 1,900 subscribers. Comment down below what you guys want me to do next. I apparently got a message. We're only 18 subscribers away from 1,900. So, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so we are one step closer to 2,000 subscribers. Well, first is 1,900, then 2,000. But once again, it'll be Detroit football here at the 28-yard line. It is 1st and 10 for the Lions. Jared Goff will go ahead and have David Montgomery, I'm guessing, to his right. They just broke the huddle. I'm taking a wild guess here. He's going to be on the right here, most likely. They're showing the cleats of Penei Sewell. He's going to be behind Jared Goff, who is under center. Okay. Motion man looks like to be Amon Rice. Going to go back to a spot. He's going to give it to David Montgomery here. Montgomery gets about 5 or 6 here, so it's going to be 2nd and 4. Once again, the Eagles defense looking to hold their ground and look to have them punt once again. Second and 4. Jared Goff will have Jahmyr Gibbs in at his left. Defense looks like they're running a little cover 2 look-alike. Quick screen to Jahmyr Gibbs. He's got enough for the first down and more. To the 50, 45, 40. Breaks at 2 tackles. He has one more man to beat, and he's down at the 24. Jahmyr Gibbs with 42 yards and gives the Lions a first down. What was this defense doing? Bakumba gets sidelined. He gets destroyed. Dean and Blankenship get juked out. Bond and DeJean, I believe, were there to tackle him. But the Eagles defense just did not stop Gibbs there. It's going to be 1st and 10 once again with Gibbs to Goff's right. And they're going to give it to him once again. This time he gets about 2. So if the Eagles defense do this over and over again, where they stop the running back and prevent the receivers from catching the football, they will get the ball back. Would you guys agree with that statement? It's 2nd and 8. Jahmyr Gibbs is 23. He's a 2-time Pro Bowler. I believe this is his 3rd season. He'll be with Goff on the 2nd and 8 play to his right. Eagles defense looking to do something here to prevent the Lions from potentially tying this game up. Goff will give it to Gibbs once again. Gibbs will give the Lions about 4 or 5 there, and he'll give the Lions a 3rd down and 4. 8:05 left in this 3rd quarter. Eagles defense is looking to hold their ground once again. They need to hold their ground. They're averaging 4 yards. The Eagles are averaging 4 yards per rush. The Lions are averaging 2.7. Looks like they might run here. Gives this to Goff's left here. Goff will snap it. Give it to Gibbs. Gibbs will have enough for the first down and more. trying to break as many tackles as he can. So it will be enough for the first down. They're close to the 10, but they're not. Oh, no, it's the first and goal. Excuse me. Shoot. So it's going to be first and goal for the Lions here. 7:20 left in this third quarter. Dan Campbell not wearing the glasses, it looks like. No, he's looking down at the play sheet. Eagles defense need to stop him. Goff is going to quickly throw it to Jahmyr Gibbs. Gibbs is going to hold on to it. He's going to be down at the 5, it looks like. He's going to be down at the 6. He's going to get 2 yards. It's going to be second and goal. Eagles defense, including Adoree Jackson, trying to do something here to prevent the Lions from scoring 7 here. Every time Adoree Jackson's on this play on the field, he's going to allow a first down. 6 plays for 66 yards for the Lions so far this drive. This is made by the devil. So, Goff with Gibbs on to his right. He's going to give it to Gibbs. Gibbs is going to get taken down, trying to stay up, but he gets about 2 there. And it's going to be third down and goal. Eagles defense needs to hold if they want to not let the Lions score here. Especially with Jahmyr Gibbs doing what he is doing right now. Third and goal. 6 minutes left in this third quarter. Jahmyr Gibbs to the right of Jared Goff. Brock Wright, the motion man. Gibbs will get the ball once again. And he is stuffed at the line! Jalen Carter, Amon with Zach Bond and Reed Blankenship stop Jahmyr Gibbs, and they might go for it on 4th down and goal. Once again, they're going to go for it. You got to stop them one more time. Well, unless they're going to go for the field goal. No, they're not going to go for it. They're going for it. Yep, they're going to go for it. This is the right decision if you're the Lions here. You're 0 for 3 on 4th down conversions. You're at the 3-yard line. Goff with Gibbs to his left. Amon-Ra, the motion man, he's going to look to his left. He's going to look to the right. He's going to throw it. It's incomplete. Adoree Jackson did something. And for the 4th time this game, the Lions turn it over on downs. The Detroit Lions are 0 for 4 on 3rd down conversions, and this one was completely underthrown. Intended for Amon-Ra, but it just wasn't there for his taking. So, with that, it is the 4th turnover on downs from the Detroit Lions. The Eagles are deep in their own territory here. It is going to be 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line when they come back from a commercial break. So, they could have taken a field goal there and made it a 13-9 game, but I can understand why they went for it. But yeah, as of right now, the Eagles will get the ball back. Thanks to a turnover on downs once again. It's going to be a 13-6 lead once again. The Eagles will try to get out of their own goal line here. There is 5:10 left in this third quarter. We'll stay on the commercial break. Dandruff causing microbe. Thank you, Troy Polamalu. You were getting gray hair. Getting a lot of notifications. See what we got here. Laurie Markkinen dropped 40 points. I didn't put him in, did I? No, I took him out. Should have kept it in, but oh well. I'm doing better than this guy. I left Sangoon in. I didn't have Queen, so we're good. The Mavericks are going to beat the Blazers 136-131 in overtime. The Suns are up 116-115 over the Hawks. The Hawks are on a 29-9 run in the last 7 minutes. There's a minute 45 left in that game. And the Bulls are up 123-120 over the Jazz. There's 2 minutes left in the game in that one. Once again, the Eagles will get the ball back in their own goal line here. 1st and 10 at the 4-yard line. Hurts is standing at the end zone with Bergey to his left. Hurts will go ahead and snap this ball. He's going to look to the left, to the right. Excuse me. He's going to throw it that way, and it is incomplete, overthrown to A.J. Brown. That ball is going to sail out of bounds, regardless. They're showing a 4th down stop here with Jalen Sun and Jalen Phillips, the edge rushers, on that play. We'll see what happened here. They just brought the pressure, and Jalen Phillips just took him out at the legs. I mean, wow. One by one, Jared Goff is going to get hit very hard. 2nd and 10 for the Eagles. Jalen Hurts looking to get out of his own end zone here. Bergey to his left. Motion man is Devontae Smith. Hurts drops back, looks to the right, looks to the left. He's running out of time. He's running to the right. Hurts will throw it. It's caught by Jahan Dotson. Jahan Dotson. 1st down. There is a flag. We'll see who it is on. It might be on the Lions. Brian Branch is down. This might be helmet to helmet on Brian Branch. But this play should stand with an extra 5, maybe. Yeah, that's helmet on helmet. That's a flag. It might be 15, really. But Brian Branch is down. He hit him on the head of Jahan Dotson here. Let's see what the call is. Unnecessary roughness on Brian Branch. That was the helmet-to-helmet contact. The Eagles will get a 1st down, but Brian Branch is down and injured. That is why you do not hit people in the head. They're going to show the replay. Jahan Dotson right there beating Amik Robertson there in coverage. He just ran a straight up curl route, then he just went deep. So, but the hit from Brian Branch was right on the helmet. And he's holding his ankle. He's holding the back of his knee. So this is not a helmet-to-helmet thing that Brian Branch is suffering. He's going to go back to the sideline here. Vontae Maddox, the former Eagle, is in for him. But he was holding the back of his left knee. So this might be an ACL type thing. That's unlucky, but we'll see what it is later. 1st and 10, Hurts under center. They're going to pitch it to Bergey here. He's going to run to the outside. He's going to get about 5. So he gets about 5 or 6 there. It's going to be 2nd and 4. But that Jahan Dotson is really saving us right now. Thanks to that 34-yard play and really just the 15 yards added on to it really hurts the Lions here. 2nd and 4 for the Eagles here. Hurts is under center once again, and it's going to be a play action, and Hurts has no pocket. He's going to go down big time. Roy Lopez getting credit for the sack, and it's going to be 3rd and a country mile. 3rd and 15 once again for the Eagles. Just no blocking whatsoever. Everybody was blocked. Everyone was getting out of their blocks. It's the first sack of the game from Jalen Hurts, but everybody was just there to take Hurts down. Even Hutchinson, there's like maybe 4 players there to get the sack there. Both teams have 1 sack. It's going to be 3rd and 15. Eagles are running out of time here. They need to stop this ball. They do. Hurts is going to look to the right. He's going to look to the left. He's going to go for it all. And it is overthrown and incomplete. Intended for A.J. Brown. And they will have to punt this ball away once again. So what could have been a great offensive drive for the Eagles ends up in turmoil thanks to the sack from Roy Lopez and 5 other Lions players. And they will have to punt this ball away to the Lions. And the punt is away. Khalif Raymond will get this ball at the 11 to the 10, 14. That's really it. He didn't go anywhere. He's down at the 14. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Lions when they come back from commercial break. And I'll be back in like 20 seconds. Alright. Once again, it's going to be Lions football. It is going to stay the score being 13-6. There is 2:57 left in the third quarter. And the Lions will be at their own 15. Wow. I had 4 picks and wow. Wendell Carter, my guy. Why do you do this to me? The Avalanche have taken a 2-1 lead over the Islanders. They are at 6:22 left in the second period. The Penguins had a 9 a.m. game, and somehow I don't think anybody watched it. It was 4-0, Penguins beating the Predators. The Canucks beat the Lightning 6-2, and then the other 3 games I have already talked about. And then college basketball, the only game that is on right now is the number 10 ranked Florida Gators beating the Miami Hurricanes 75-61. So there's only 5 games on right now, and 2 of them are about to end. The Hawks have taken the lead over the Suns, 121-120. There's 11 seconds left in that game. The Hawks just called a timeout. And the Jazz and the Bulls are tied at 127 with 19 seconds left in the game. So either one of them goes to overtime or both games are going to end and we're going to have 2 less games to call. But once again, it's going to be Lions football here on this 1st and 10. They're 0 for 5 on 3rd and 4th downs, being pressured on 4 of the 5 dropbacks on Jared Goff. Lions looking to make something happen here on this 1st and 10. Goff will be under center here. Looks like Montgomery is in. Motion man from the left to the right. Goff will go ahead and snap it. It's going to be a play action. He avoids a sack. He's going to throw it. It's going to be through the hands of Amon-Ra St. Brown. Quinyon Mitchell in coverage. And it's going to be 2nd and 10. But once again, Brian Branch did get injured. I don't know if it was because of the helmet on helmet or if it's basically on his knee. 55 targets for Quinyon Mitchell in coverage so far this year. No touchdowns allowed. 2nd and 10, Montgomery is at Goff's left. Goff will go ahead and snap it. He's going to look to his right. He's going to look to the left. He's going to throw it. And again, almost intercepted by Reed Blankenship. Intended for Isaac Tesla, and Quinyon Mitchell is slow to get up. Hopefully he's okay. Goff taking another shot there by the Eagles D-line. Brandon Graham there as well. But it's going to be 3rd down and 10. Jahmyr Gibbs is in at Goff's left. Goff will go ahead and look to get the 1st down here if he has to. Eagles defense trying to hold. Goff is going to go ahead and drop back. He's going to give it to Gibbs on a slip screen. Gibbs is going to get enough for the 1st down and more. He's breaking tackles left and right. Jahmyr Gibbs he's breaking tackles, dude. That's the third tackle he's breaking. He's broken, excuse me. He's going to be down at the 49, or the 48, excuse me, of the Lions. It's going to be a 1st and 10. Oh my God. Jahmyr Gibbs is not a human. Breaks 3 tackles. Even a hit stick from Andrew Makumba. And it takes 4 people to take you down. Jesus. So it's a 1st and 10. Goff is under center. Motion man is Brock Wright. They're going to pitch it to Gibbs. Oh, this is Montgomery, excuse me. Montgomery is going to get about 6, or I think it's 6. And it's going to be 2nd and, I guess they're going to say he got 7 there. It's going to be 2nd and 3. Gibbs is going to stay on the sideline. The Eagles defense needs to hold their ground if they don't want the Lions to score here. This is still a 1-possession game. It's going to be 2nd and 3. Montgomery is behind Goff, who is under center. Goff will go ahead and have a play action here. He's going to drop back. He's going to try and throw it. It's incomplete. Intended for Brock Wright. Jahad Campbell right there to stop him. And it's 3rd down. And 3. 1:22 left in the 3rd quarter. The Eagles defense looking to hold their ground once again and try to avoid the Lions from going down the field anymore. 3rd and 3. David Montgomery is still in to Goff's right. Goff with 8 on the play clock. Calling some audibles. He's going to go ahead and get Amon-Ra to motion a little bit. He's going to drop back. Look to the right. He's going to throw it. It's batted down and incomplete. It was batted down by Jalen Carter. And it's going to be 4th down and 3. The Lions might go for this once again. The Eagles defense needs to hold their ground once again. If they do, Jalen Carter, what a deflection off the left arm here towards the elbow. And they are going for it on 4th and 3. The Lions are 0 for 4 on 4th down conversion, excuse me. Goff on 4th and 3. He has to snap this ball. They're going to bring a blitz. Goff is going to look to the right. He throws it. It's overthrown. 0 for 5 on 4th down conversions. And the Eagles get the ball back on downs. Oh my God. Oh my God. The Lions are 0 for 5 on 4th down conversions. Wow. Wow. I know. Oh for 5 on 4th down conversions are the Detroit Lions. And the Eagles will have great field position on this 1st and 10 here. 75 seconds left in this 3rd quarter. Hurts will have Barkley behind him by a yard or 2. Hurts will go ahead and snap it. He's going to give it to Barkley here. Barkley's going to run back to the middle. He's going to lose a yard. So it's going to be 2nd and 11. He really didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a minute left in this 3rd quarter. So we'll have one more play. If they decide to go for 2, then they have to go quick. 86 passing yards, 90 rushing yards, 176 total yards this game. It will be 2nd and 11, I believe. 2nd and 10. They're going to say he got no yards there. Really, he lost about half a yard. Hurts will have Barkley to his left. Hurts will go ahead and snap this ball. He's going to look to the left. He's going to give it to Barkley on the dump down. Barkley will get about 6. But there is a flag. This could be coming back. Realistically, this could be holding. A.J. Brown is down. Personal foul, low block on A.J. Brown. So it's going to be a 15-yard penalty for the Eagles. So that play gets negated. Well, whoop-de-doo. I forgot to change the second down. It's going to be 2nd and 25 for the Eagles. Or is it going to be 2nd and 20? I think it's only a 10-yard penalty. No, it's going to be 15. They confuse me, dude. It's going to be 2nd and 25. Unless they add on the yardage. I think they added on the yardage. No, did I? Right now it says 2nd and 25. I think they're just going to let this clock run down. We'll see what it is right after the... Yeah, it's 2nd and 18. They counted the yardage, so it's going to be 2nd and 18. And the Eagles will go ahead and take this down to the 4th quarter. We're down to the last 15 minutes. And the Eagles in the 3rd quarter, it is a 13-6 score. Eagles leading by 1 possession. Very, very defensive game so far for the Eagles and Lions. We'll see how the Eagles will play in this 4th quarter. But for right now, we're going to a commercial break. You guys are not missing anything. If you guys are enjoying this and you're new here as well, go ahead and like and subscribe. We're on the road to 1,900 subscribers. Comment down below what you guys want me to do next. Once again, I have no clue when I am going to be streaming next. But don't worry about the videos. I will be posting shorts. So go ahead and go ahead and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos and or streams. Once again, the score is 13-6. It'll be 2nd and 18 for the Eagles at their own 37-yard line when we come back. The Eagles looking to get something out of nothing. But once again, with the win, it has made it a really defensive game. Once again, back in the beginning of the game, it was gusts up to 30. Right now, I'd say it's about 20 to 25. So the win's not really as much as a big deal as it was back in the beginning of the game, but it might still be a big factor considering how win is not as friendly to people, especially kickers. Especially the kickers. Luckily, Jake Elliott has not had a problem yet. Knock on wood. Jake Bates has already missed an extra point thanks to J-Mo getting penalized for unsportsmanlike conduct by just celebrating like AB did when jumping onto the field goal padding. So, with that, that's the reason why we have a 13-7 lead. Well, 13-6 lead, excuse me. And then obviously the tush push. Touchdown. Could have been a touchdown with Saquon, but he was half yard short, so that's why we're here. We are back here to start the 4th quarter. Once again, it is 13-7 in favor, 13-6 in favor of the Eagles. Hurts with 2nd and 18 here. Goddard is the motion man from the right to the left. Barkley will stay at Hurts' left. He's going to go ahead and drop back, looking to the right. Hurts, running out of time. He's going to run himself. Hurts to the 40. To the 43, and that is a weird tackle. Hurts took an awkward landing there on his leg. It's going to be 3rd and I'd say 3rd and 11. It's a gain of 7 there. Hurts getting tackled really weirdly here. Jack Campbell with the tackle. Pushes him out of bounds, but that awkward landing might hurt him in the long run. 3rd and 11 here for the Eagles. Saquon to Hurts' right. He's going to drop back, look to the right. Hurts is running out of time. He's going to run to the right once again. Hurts is going to throw it. It's caught by A.J. Brown, but he's a yard or 2 short. He's going to say they're going to say he's about 3 yards short, it looks like. And there is a flag. This might be on the Lions. It is a flag on the Lions here. And I believe they said it was holding. The holding is on Detroit. It is Amik Robertson with the hold. And it's going to move the chains. It's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Eagles. So no need to worry about 4th down and 2. You get 1st and 10 thanks to Robertson holding on A.J. Brown, I believe. So 1st and 10, they will be at the 49-yard line on their side of the field. Hurts will have Barkley on the field as well. To his... he's going to be behind him. Hurts is under center. So Hurts is under center. Barkley is about 5 or so yards behind him. They're going to give him the carry here. He's going to follow his blockers. This is going to be coming back. This is a flag. This is going to be offensive holding most likely. So might as well just give it 2nd and 20. Oh, sorry. 1st and 20. Saw that flag from a mile away. So holding on Jordan Mailata. And it's going to be 1st down and 20. So much for having a run there. Mailata just holding off Alex Anzalone, leading to Barkley falling Calcaterra on the block. But yeah, that was a hold. So it's going to be 1st and, well, they're going to say 1st and 19. It's really 1st and 20. Hurts will have Barkley to his right. Motion man is Kylan Granson. They're going to give it to Barkley. No, this is Tank Bigsby. Tank Bigsby gets about 5. Gets 5 or 6. So it's going to be 2nd and 14 here. Tank Bigsby was apparently in. I can't tell who's who. But Mailata getting called for the hold really hurts him here. Especially when he's going against Aiden Hutchinson. That's also a hold right there, too. 2nd and 14 for the Eagles. A.J. Brown's motioning to the right. Looks like Bigsby is still in. He's going to drop back. Hurts is going to throw it. It's caught to Devontae Smith. I believe his first reception of the game. And it's going to be 3rd and 5. A gain of 8 on that reception there. First reception by Devontae Smith. Jeff Stoutland, the offensive line coach for the Eagles. So they have came back. It is now 3rd and 5. It's really 3rd and 6. Excuse me. Sorry. 3rd and 6. Hurts is alone in the... he's under... he's alone. He's in shotgun. It looks like he's going 5 wide here. Hurts will go ahead and snap it. He's going to go ahead and run it by himself. He's good enough for the 1st down. Slide. He doesn't slide, but he doesn't lose the ball either. It's going to be another Eagles 1st down. My voice is going, and I do not like it. It's a gain of 11 on the run. Alex Anzalone there to make the tackle. Really, really ballsy play by Hurts there. Keeping on to the football there, too. 6 rushes for 32 yards. And that tush-push touchdown back in the first half. Hurts is going to stay 5 wide here on this 1st and 10 here. In Lions territory. There's 3 on the play clock. He's got to snap this ball. He does. Walking back to the left. He's running out of time. He's going to throw it to the right. He might be just throwing this ball. Saquon was right there. He just couldn't get there. Oh, dude, that would have been nice. Saquon was right there. And he just threw it too far from Barkley. Barkley covering Jack Campbell covering Barkley. And Hurts just overthrows him. The ball landed at the 1. He was at the 3. That sucks. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Eagles. 11:07 left in this game at the 36 of Detroit. Looks like motion man is Jahan Dotson. Hurts is going to drop back, look to the right. He's going to stay that way. He's going to run to the right. He's going to throw it out of... He's going to underthrow it, but it stays in the area of Jahan Dotson. So it's going to be 3rd and 10. Eagles looking to get down the field here. Little altercation between Jordan Mailata and a Lions player. 30 pass block snaps for Mailata and 1 pressure. But the Eagles need to get something out of this to make it a closer opportunity to make a field goal here. If they even go for a field goal, they don't have to. There's 11 minutes left on the dot left in this game. Hurts will have, looks like Barkley or Shipley to his right. He's going to drop back, looks to the right. He's going to throw it, and it's caught by A.J. Brown. Trying to break off the tackle. He won't. He's going to get about 6. So this is a crucial decision if you're the Eagles. It's 4th down and 4. You're at the 30 of Detroit. Do you go for it, or do you send out Jake Elliott? They're going to send out Jake Elliott here. He's already made a 27-yarder and a 34-yarder. Don't forget, the field goal, the wind is still kicking. This is a 49-yard field goal attempt from the right hash. The wind is blowing to the right, I believe. The kick is up, and it is down the middle. Jake Elliott has 3 field goals, and the Eagles are up 10. The Eagles have managed to get in the field goal range and give themselves a 10-point lead. So Detroit will get the ball back down 10. They will look to score at least a field goal here. But the Eagles defense needs to hold their ground once again. I keep saying it, but you got to hold your ground over and over and over and over and over again if you want to win games. So we'll see how they do. How many yards does he have? 61. Projected to get 76. I don't know. I'll just stay under. We'll go to the NBA here real quick. The Hawks beat the Suns. They do not go to overtime. Final score is 124-122. The Bulls are down 134-136 over the Jazz. There's 12 seconds left. And this game, there's 10 seconds left in the game. So we'll see how the game ends. I believe the Jazz will just keep the ball for themselves. It is a 2-point game, so we'll see how they go on that. The Avalanche are up 2-1 over the Islanders. They're in second intermission. And then the lone college basketball game has just ended with the Florida Gators beating Miami 82-68. So, we're only down to 3 games. Soon to be 2. The Mavericks did beat the Blazers 138-133 in overtime. So, it's just this game and the Avalanche and Islanders game. But Jake Elliott will be kicking this ball off for the Eagles. It will most likely go to Khalif Raymond. Detroit has their first game with 5 failures on 4th down since the 2022 season. Elliott will kick this ball away. Raymond will get it at the 1, to the 5, to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 28. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Lions as they will take over at the 28-yard line. Looking to at least score a field goal here to stay down 1 possession. Oh, sorry, that was Sailors with the return there, not Raymond. The third quarter possessions that they had, 3 of them, all were turnover on downs. Goff will have Gibbs on this 1st and 10 to his left. Amon-Ra, the motion man, they're going to go ahead and change the play up a little bit. So now Gibbs is going to be behind Goff. Goff will go under center. And they're going to go ahead and give it to Gibbs. Gibbs will have open running room on the outside. He's going to have enough for the 1st down. And there is 10 minutes left in this game. Adoree Jackson with his 3rd tackle of the game. But once again, you need to hold your ground. Doesn't matter if it's on the run game or in the passing game. Well, when you consider that it is windy outside, you would think that you run the ball more or throw it short. So I would stick to those 2 areas. 1st and 10, Gibbs to Goff's right. Looks like Eagles were running a cover 3. That's going to be a linebacker blitz. Goff is going to run out of time. He's going to throw this ball. It's incomplete. And the ball in the area of Brock Wright. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for Detroit. Great blitz from the Eagles. Jalen Phillips really clamping it down for the Eagles here to prevent the Lions going anywhere. And Cooper DeJean on the corner blitz really helps too, because it makes them rush to throw. But it's going to be 2nd and 10. Once again, the Eagles need to hold their ground. Amon-Ra's the motion man. Cooper DeJean following him. Quignon dropping down. Goff is going to drop back, look to the line, and then it's incomplete. Incomplete, intended for Amon-Ra. That ball hit the turf. Oh, sorry, it hit the grass. Forgot they play on grass. But that ball hit the ground. Goff is 13 for 28, 228 yards, a touchdown, and the interception. It is 3rd down and 10. Goff will look to get the 1st down here. If not, the Eagles will hold their ground once again. 9:20 left in this game. Goff will have Jahmyr Gibbs to his left. He's going to quick snap it. Goff's going to look to the right. He's going to look for it all. Not even close. Amon-Ra in Amon-Ra's in coverage. She was the intended receiver. He was trying to get the 1st down, but that ball was deflected out of bounds, and the Lions will have to punt. Amon-Ra just couldn't get there because Adoree Jackson just batted that ball away. Great play from Adoree Jackson. First time he's done good in the game this season for us. Jack Fox will punt this ball away to Xavier Gipson. Fox will go ahead and punt this ball away. And Gipson will get this at the... He gets hit! I don't know if he called a fair catch or not. He touches it. It goes out of bounds. I don't think he called a fair catch. So it will be a 46-yard punt. The Eagles will have it deep in their own area. But it is going to be 1st and 10 at the 15. Thomas was there to deflect Gipson out of the area. He was lucky that he didn't call a fair catch, because the fair catch interference would have been called. So, Eagles will be at their own 15 when they come back from a commercial break, so you guys are not missing anything. And once again, if you're new here, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 1,900 subscribers. Comment down below what you guys want me to do next. Right now, we are 6 subscribers away from 1,900 subscribers. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're going to be one step closer to not only 1,900, but 2,000 subscribers. And once again, the Eagles will have the ball here with 9:06 left in this game. Still a lot of time left for the Lions if they do stop them here on this drive. We'll just see if that happens. As for right now, the NBA will have the Bulls and the Jazz in double overtime. The Jazz are up 3. They just scored 139-136. 4:17 left in that game if it does only stay in double overtime. That is the only game that is on right now, because the Islanders and Avalanche are still in their second intermission. But also, once again, tomorrow will be Monday Night Football. It will be the not the Clippers, the Cowboys and the Raiders. The Clippers and the Sixers play tomorrow at 7. I will not be available for that stream. So I will need to figure out when I will be available next. Next week, the Eagles will play the 3-5-1 Cowboys at 4:25. That is the week before Thanksgiving. That is the days before Thanksgiving. Excuse me. So I might try to do that. I'm not 100% sure on it just yet. Once again, it is the Rams as the 1 seed. They're 8-2. With this win, the Eagles would take over the 1 seed at 8-2. The Bears are 7-3. The Buccaneers are 6-4. Hurts on 1st and 10 will have Bergey in the backfield. Hurts will go ahead and do a play action here. It's going to be a quick throw to Dallas Goedert. Goedert has a first down and more. He's going to be down to the 33, it looks like, the 32. But either way, it is enough for an Eagles first down. 17 yards on that first down play. And the clock is ticking. Hurts is 14 for 28 for 135 yards. He has reached 50% in this game so far. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Bergey will be at Hurts' right. Looks like they're going to bring a little blitz here. Bergey's going to get the handoff here. Breaking a tackle. Gets about 7. And it's going to be 2nd and 3 for the Eagles. They're at the 40-yard line. Kevin Patullo, once again, the offensive coordinator in his first season as the offensive coordinator for the team. Formerly the quarterback's coach. It's going to be 2nd and 3 here for the Eagles. They're going to say 2nd and 2. Gain of 8 on that run. I'm not going to change that just yet. Hurts will be under center. Bergey is about 7 yards behind him. Hurts will go ahead and snap this ball. He's going to give it to Bergey here. Bergey is going to get out of the tackle there, and he's going to get, I'd say maybe a yard. I think he got a yard there. And it's going to be 3rd and 1. Do they go with the tush push? Jalen Hurts so far has had multiple play callers since 2016. I think that's 10 in the last 10 years. Lane Kiffin, Brian Dable, Mike Locksley, Lincoln Riley. They're going to go for the tush push here. Hurts is short. I don't think he got that. So it's going to be 4th and 1. I think he's going to be half a yard short. So it's going to be 2nd tush push of the game. It is going to be a yard short. 8:37 left in this game. And it's going to be 4th and inches. They're going to line up at the tush push once again. And there is a false start. That's great. This is on the Eagles, and I believe this will be a punt. The rookie, Darius Cooper, getting called for the penalty. The undrafted free agent receiver that made it past the preseason thanks to his talents. Gets called for the penalty there, and they will have to punt this ball back away to Detroit. Khalif Raymond is there to get the punt. And it's going to be 4th and 5. Man will go ahead and punt this ball away. Raymond is there at the 25, but lets the ball go down at the 15. I'd say 15. Alright, Lions will get the ball back. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. They will go back to a commercial break, so you guys will not be missing anything. Hopefully. He can definitely get the passing yards. So yeah, once again, the score right now is 16-6. There's 6:14 left in this game. The Lions need to score at least a field goal. Well, no, they need to score at least a touchdown to make this a one-possession game. No, a field goal would make it a 7-point game. So they just need a field goal if they want to keep it one possession. The Avalanche and the Islanders are back from their second intermission. It is still 2-1 Islanders. But once again, there is little to no games left in this Sunday night slate, as all of them are drawing to a close. The Celtics beat the Clippers 121-118. The Spurs beat the Kings 123-110. The Nets get their second win of the season, beating the Wizards 129-106. The Rockets beat the Magic in overtime 117-113. The Mavericks beat the Blazers in overtime 138-133. The Hawks win it thanks to free throws, and they beat the Suns 124-122. The Warriors beat the Pelicans 124-106. And the Jazz are up 142, 143, 138. So it scores 143, 138 in favor of the Jazz with 3:08 left in double overtime. And then in the NFL, once again, the Dolphins beat the Commanders in Madrid 16-13 in overtime. The Texans walk it off and beat the Titans 16-13. The Packers narrowly beat the Giants 27-20. The Bears walk it off and get the game-winning field goal 19-17 over the Vikings. Jaguars beat the Chargers 35-6, among many others. First and 10, 6:14 left in this game. Goff will be under center. Gibbs will be behind Goff here. Motion man is Khalif Raymond from the right to the left. Back to the right. Goff will go ahead and do a play action here. He's going to dump it down to Jahmyr Gibbs. It's overthrown and incomplete. Out of Jahmyr Gibbs' reach. And it's going to be 2nd and 10. Goff trying to get something out of nothing there, but just over Jahmyr Gibbs' reach. And it's going to be 2nd and 10. I don't think Goff meant to do that, but hey, it happens. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Lions here. Motion man is Amon-Ra St. Brown from the right to the left. Goff with Gibbs to his left. Motion man once again is Khalif Raymond. And they're going to drop back, look to his left. Back to the left. He's going to throw it, and it is batted down, almost intercepted, it looks like, by Nolan Smith. Was that Jordan Davis on the bat down once again? Jeez. A lot of batted down opportunities there by the Eagles. Let's see what happened here. Yep, batted down by Jordan Davis. Nolan Smith trying to get the interception there, but to no avail. And it's 3rd down and 10. Jared Goff will look to get the first down here. The Eagles looking to hold their ground once again. Goff with Gibbs. He's going to drop back. He's going to look to the left. Goff will get it to Jameson Williams for a first down and more. He's still up. And he's going to be down at the 41-yard line. Great play from Jared Goff. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Lions. Let's see. Did it really snow up here? No, it's going past us. Unless it's snowing right now, I don't hear it. Either way, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Lions. Jared Goff is under center. Motion man is Khalif Raymond. They're going to go ahead and do a play action here. Jalen Hunt's right there, and it goes through the hands of Jahmyr Gibbs. Incomplete. It is 2nd and 10. That play from Jameson Williams was 27 yards. Jalen Hunt was right there to bring the pressure, and it gets into the head of Jared Goff. It's going to be 2nd and 10, 5:20 left in this game. Goff has completed 74% of his passes through week 10. Tonight he is 14 for 33. Goff with Gibbs to his left. Goff is going to go ahead and get another blitz here. He's going to quickly throw to Brock. Right, but it's deflected by Jalen Carter once again. And once again, it is 3rd down and 10. Eagles looking to stop them from what they did already with them going down the field, while the Lions looking to go down the field and at least score a field goal here. This is a big play here. 3rd and 10 at the 42-yard line. Jared Goff will have Jahmyr Gibbs on the right. He's going to quickly snap it. Goff looking at the way. He's going to throw it. It's overthrown to Jahmyr Gibbs. The Kobe Dean in coverage. And the Lions will have to punt again. Goff is 14th or 35. 255 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. The Kobe Dean covering Jahmyr Gibbs. Great defensive playmaking there. Could have potentially been DPI there, but I think they were saying that was out of reach. So Jack Fox will punt this ball away to Xavier Gibson. The punt is away. Very good punt. Fair catch is called at the 20, and they will have the ball at the 20-yard line. So the Eagles defense hold their ground once again, and they will have the ball back at the 20-yard line. They are actually not going back to commercial break. So that's actually a first. They just realized that this is a very, very long punting game where both teams have punted the ball so many times. But once again, the Eagles will have the ball here on 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line, thanks to another great defensive stop by the Eagles. Barkley will be on Hurts's left here on this 1st and 10. Hurts will go ahead and give it to Barkley here. He's going to run to the outside. He gets about 2. So it's going to be 2nd and 8. 4:50 left in this game. They cut back in. So, Saquon looking to get 60 total rushing yards. He is currently at 59. 1 more yard and he gets 60 yards of the game rushing. It's going to be 2nd and 8 here for the Eagles. Hurts will have Barkley to his right. 5 on the play clock. Looks like they're going to bring in a little blitz. They do. Barkley's going to run out the middle. He breaks open and he's going to get tackled for about 7. And it's going to be 3rd and 1. Great play to break out of that first hole there from the running back Barkley. They're showing Howie Roseman, the general manager of this team, looking down and seeing how great of a team he has made. But it is 3rd and 1. It looks like they might go with the tush push here once again. And they will. Jalen Hurts, 1 for 2 on the tush push so far tonight. Make it 2 for 3. Unless they say he's short. I think they said he's short. So it's going to be 4th and 1. Great stop by the Lions. So Hurts is 1 through 3 on the tush push tonight. He's going to be a half a yard short. See what happened here. The helmet went past, but the ball did not. So it's going to be 4th and inches once again. This time, last time they had a false start thanks to the rookie receiver Darius Cooper. Cam Jurgens is going off the sidelines and into the locker room. He was just activated. Well, he was just off the injury report tonight for this game. Eagles call a timeout. Brett Toth is in for Cam Jurgens. So once again, it's going to be 4th and inches. and you don't have Cam Jurgens anymore. The next games for the Eagles is at the Cowboys versus the Bears, at the Chargers versus the Raiders, at the Commanders, at the Bills, and then at home to wrap up the season against the Commanders. Definitely a questionable schedule, especially with the Bills, Bears, and Chargers all having 7 wins. But you also have the Cowboys, Raiders, Commanders. And the tush push once again, I think he's short. Hurts is going to be down. He's short. So the Lions have a chance to score here. It's a turnover on downs on the Eagles. And the Eagles' tush push is not getting very successful. Not even close. They stopped them. They stopped them at the line. So the the Lions could have a chance to score a touchdown here. It is snowing in Philly too. So it's snowing in Philly. It's windy in Philly. What isn't it in Philly? 1st and 10 for the Lions here at the 29. Good chance for the Lions to score here. Goff will have Gibbs to his right. Goff will go ahead and snap this ball. He's going to fake pitch. He's going to run out of the pocket. He's going to throw it, and it is incomplete. Intended for Jameson Williams. Nakobe Dean in there in coverage. And it's going to be 2nd and 10. Eagles defense looking to hold their ground once again to prevent them from going down the field again. Fake pitch. Nakobe Dean right there at the right time to prevent J-Mo from getting that ball. And it looked like it was a little underthrown too. It was behind him. Yeah, that ball was behind him. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. Looks like Montgomery is in at the left. Goff drops back. And he is down! He is sacked! Nakobe Dean! Right there to take him down! Big sack from Nakobe Dean. And it is 3rd down and 17. 7-yard loss thanks to number 17. And it's going to be a 3rd and 17 here. Goff looking to get something out of nothing. They're down 10. 5 on the play clock. Goff needs to get this ball off. He does. He's going to drop back. Look to the left. He's going to look for the middle. And it is almost intercepted by Reed Blankenship. Oh my God. That was right to him too. It was intended for Amon-Ra St. Brown, but that ball really was intended for the Eagles' free safety. And it is 4th and 17. 4th down. Jalix Hunt right there to hit Jared Goff just as he throws the ball through the hands of Amon-Ra St. Brown. Reed Blankenship right there. They're going for it. 4th and 17. And there is a timeout before the 2-minute warning. And it's going to be on the Eagles. So the Eagles calling another timeout. They're down to 1. 2:03 left in this game. We will see one more play before the 2-minute warning here. It is only going to depend on how the Lions do on this 4th down. But as mentioned, it is 4th down and 17. They're going to bring out Jake Bates for the field goal attempt. This should be a 49-yard attempt, if not 50. This is around the 50-yard range. We'll see what the field goal is. A 54-yard field goal attempt from the middle. So, a little bit less of a win than it was in the beginning of the game. This is still not a gimme. Bates, snap is good, kick is up, and it is down the middle. The kick is good. And just as the 2-minute warning has come in, the Lions have made it a 7-point game. And we will see if the Lions will go for the onside kick here when they come back from the 2-minute warning. I don't know if they're even going to cut to commercial at this point. 2 non-playoff teams in prime time. Hey. We're the playoff team here, hockey. We're the only playoff team, Brady. But Jake Bates' 54-yarder gives the Lions a 7-point deficit. It is back to a 1-possession game. We will find out if the Lions will go for an onside kick here to give themselves a chance. They still have all 3 timeouts. The Eagles only have 1. The reason they have gotten that field goal was thanks to them stopping the tush push twice. So once again, there is 1:58 left in this game. It is snowing in Philly, and it has been windy for the majority, if not this whole game. It looks like they are going for the normal kickoff here. So, Gibson and somebody else, I forget who was back there with Gibson. I think it's Shipley back there to return the kickoff. This is a normal kickoff. There is no onside here. The kick is not away just yet. Jake Bates is still trying to place his footing. Now the kick is away. This kick is getting far. It's going to bounce into the end zone, and it's going to be a touchback. The Eagles will have the ball at the 35-yard line, and it's going to be 1st and 10, and 1 first down should end this game. Once again, it is snowing in Philly. Look, Lake Flex snow clippers coming down to the area. .44 degrees and it's snowing, so great stuff. Unless it's rain, it's probably just rain. It looks like snow. Maybe it's a rain-snow mix. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. They're going to give the ball to Bergey most likely. Barkley's going to be at Hurts' left here on this 1st and 10. It's a run of Bergey here. Bergey gets about 4, and that's going to be 2nd and 6. Detroit's going to call their first timeout. Trying to stop the clock and at least get 1 more possession before getting the ball back. They're going to say he got 5, so it's going to be 2nd and 5. Detroit is down to the 2 timeouts. Eagles only have 1. And besides, the Broncos are lucky to even have the number 1 seed right now. Just letting you know. 2nd and 5 for the Eagles. Saquon has had 17 20-plus yard rushes last year. This year he only has 2. Grant Calcaterra is the motion man from right to left. Hurts will go ahead and give this to Bergey here. He's going to run it up the middle and get about 2. So it's going to be 3rd down and 3. And the Lions call their 2nd timeout. So both teams down to their final timeout. We'll see who does what. Once again, it is a 16-9 game. It is a 7-point game for the Eagles. Jack Campbell there with the tackle, getting through the offensive line blocks. But honestly, it's been a pretty good game offensively. Only 1 sack so far, I believe. But it's going to be 3rd and 3 for the Eagles, looking to get a first down here. 1:51 left in this game. Lions looking to bring a blitz here, and it is going to be stopped. It's going to be a false start, most likely. And it's going to be 3rd and 8. So that will be the 13th penalty of this game. And it's going to be 3rd and 8. Fred Johnson getting the call there. Anzalone trying to throw him off. He did just enough. Johnson just flinched. And it's going to be 3rd and 8 here once again from the 37. Hurts will have Bergey to the left. Goddard, the motion man, from the left to the right. Hurts will go ahead and most likely drop back, looking to pass, looking to the right. He's going to throw it, and it's going to be overthrown to A.J. Brown. Why would you throw it in that situation? That's why there's a flag. And it might be on the Lions. Pass interference on the defense. It's a 1st down. Spot a foul. This game has turned upside down in many ways possible. Rocky Sin with the penalty there. Joke of a team. Yeah, the Lions are a joke. 0 for 5 on 4th down conversions for them. And only mustering the 1 touchdown and the field goal. Missing the extra point. That's also a hold right there by Brian Branch, who is back in the game. 1st and 10. Hurts will give it to Bergey here. Berkeley's going to get about 1. If that. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Lions will call their final timeout here with 1:42 left in this game. So with that, they can just go down the field as long as they can not throw the dang ball. They're showing the replay of the DPI here. And yeah, he was holding his right arm. He was holding his right arm from trying to catch that ball. It's going to be 2nd and 10. No gain on that 1st down run. Lions once again have no timeouts. And they are looking to... His face. His face says it all. Hurts gets it to Bergey here. Bergey gets about 2. So it's going to be 3rd and 8 here. And the clock will keep on ticking. 90 seconds left in this game. The Eagles will do their best to chew this clock down as long as they can. If they go all the way down, there will be less than a minute left. About 55 seconds left in this game, it looks like. 57, excuse me. Yep, they're chewing the clock all the way down. And there's 1 minute left in this game. They're going to call a timeout here. They never broke huddle. So both teams have used all their timeouts this half. And we will see what will happen. There is 57 seconds left in this game. Jordan Davis having a great game so far. Deflecting 3 passes, I believe. The one led to an interception to Cooper DeJean. Great game altogether from the defensive line, really. Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter. Cooper DeJean getting his first regular season interception. Tied for the most batted passes in a game in the NFL this season with Derek Brown on the Panthers with 3. It's going to be 3rd and 8 here for the Eagles. Jalen Hurts will have Saquon Bergey to the left. Motion man is Calcaterra. They're going to give it to Bergey here once again. Running up the middle, spins off a tackle. He has enough for the 1st down. 1st down, Eagles. This game is all but over. One knee down. Well, no, one kneel down, and this game is good as done. Everybody is celebrating because they knew they just won the game there. But one kneel down, And that is it. The Philadelphia Eagles move to the number 1 seed on the NFC. Jesus Christ. And the Eagles beat the Lions 16-9. The win played a crucial factor in this game, and it didn't really play much of a factor to the defense. Both defenses were great, but the Eagles' defense held their ground for the majority of the game, giving this team the win. Jordan Davis, as before mentioned, had 3 batted down passes. They had 2 sacks, one from Nakobe Dean and one from Jalen Phillips earlier in the game. Cooper DeJean had the interception on the first offensive drive of the game. And Jeremiah Trotter Jr. just keeps getting called for penalties. So hopefully that does not happen as much ever again. But we'll go through the stat line before we end the stream here. Jalen Hurts had a 14 for 28 completion day. 14 completions out of his 28 for 135 yards. No touchdowns, no picks. He did run one in for a touchdown thanks to the tush push back at the end of the second quarter. 10 rushes for 31 yards. He was sacked once by the Lions, the one being from Roy Lopez. Saquon had 26 carries for 83 yards, no touchdowns, and 1 catch for 7 yards. A.J. Brown, after having his altercation earlier this week about not getting the football, had 7 receptions for 49 yards, no touchdowns. He had 11 targets as well, so Jahan Dotson follows him up with 2 receptions for 43 yards, thanks to his 34-yard reception, and then the added 15 thanks to Brian Branch's helmet-on-helmet contact. Dallas Goedert had 2 receptions for 24 yards. Nothing major there. Tank Bigsby only had 34 rushing yards on 4 carries. Devontae Smith only had 1 reception, the lone reception coming in the 4th, I believe. If not the 3rd, I think it was the 4th. It was the 4th. That 1 reception gave him 8 yards. Kylan Granson getting some reps. He got 1 reception for 4 yards. And Jake Elliott was 3 for 3 on his field goal attempts. The longest being his 49-yarder. It was a 49, 27, and a 34. And then Braden Mann punted the ball 7 times, obviously. With the Lions punting the ball, I think it was 5 times? 4 times. So both teams punted 11 times. Total, the Lions had Jared Goff going 14 for 37 with 255 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, and he had 1 carry for a negative yard. That was from the knee. JMO had 1 touchdown with 4 receptions for 97 yards. Jahmyr Gibbs had 12 carries for 39 yards and 5 receptions for 107 yards. No touchdowns. Amon-Ra St. Brown only had 2 receptions for 42 yards. David Montgomery had 6 carries for 27 yards and 1 catch for 10 yards. Brock Wright had 2 receptions for 8 yards, and Jake Bates made his only field goal while missing his extra point. Jalen Carter had 2 batted passes as well. Jalen Phillips had 4 pressures and a sack. So they had 5 total batted down passes. As a defense, that is a really good stat line. But all in all, the Eagles dominated the time of possession, 35-24. Once again, the final score is 16-9. What a win. Definitely was, really. Being a solid team like that. This does move the Eagles to an 8-2 record, moving them to the number 1 seed in the NFC, while the Lions go 6-4, slipping away from the AFC North title. They are actually below the Packers now in the playoff picture in the division with that loss. The Vikings being at the bottom of the barrel at 4-6. But there is only one more game on tonight, and that is the Avalanche still up 2-1 over the Islanders. There's 4 minutes left in that game. The Jazz hold off the Bulls, and they beat them 150-47 in double overtime. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe. Want to road to 1,900 subscribers. Comment down below what you guys want me to do next. Looks like Jalen Phillips is having a baby boy, so congrats to him. Next week it will be the Eagles taking on the Bears. Once again, your final score is the Eagles 16 and the Lions 9. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.